Hello, world. Hello, internet. Hi. Welcome to Explorers of Elsewhere live. Hi, my name is DM Dan. We are the Explorers of Elsewhere. We are live. And joining me tonight is Livy.
Hello.
And Theo.
Hello.
And Nate.
Hello.
And Georgia.
Hello.
Hello. And Tim.
Hello.
Hello, hello. How are we all doing? Are we all good?
Yeah.
Alive.
Many thumbs up.
Hanging
Many
in
thumbs
there.
up. Yes.
Thumbs.
We had an unexpected but desperately needed break last week, but we are back for episode 16 of our third campaign, The Titan Isles, a Daggerheart actual play. And when we last met our, when we last saw our heroes, you had just kind of wrapped up a bit of a rest, like an overnight stay in the town of Dorlashall, in the southern bay of the Titan Isles. And yeah, you saw a few people, you shook a few hands, you had a couple of chin wags, and now you are back on a ship. You're on a boat, on a big boat with big sails, sailing back towards the Titan Isles to kickstart the finale of this whole campaign. Sound about right? Are my right notes correct?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds all right.
Pretty much. So, with all that said, if you happen to be stumbling through the wilderness that is the internet and you found us, hi, welcome. If you enjoy this at any point, please give us a like. Consider subscribing if you're on YouTube, or following if you're on Twitch. And if you're on the other, then go to the other and do the thing that I just said. That'd be great too. You can also join our Discord for free. It's free. And the link is in the description somewhere on whatever you're seeing us on. Consider, if you will, becoming a member on YouTube or a patron on Patreon. You get extra access, you get more stuff in the Discord, you become our best friend, and we would love you forever and a day. So, I reckon we jump straight into it. Who wants a little cheeky little title screen?
Yeah, go on, man.
Hey.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hello, I'm Nate, and I'll be playing Griffin, a Sanguivar bard.
Hi, I'm Livy, and I'm playing Abe, the Guardian Keeper.
Hello, my name is Theo, and I'll be playing Cooper, a Dragon Scent rogue.
Hi, my name is Georgia, and I'll be playing Cassandra, an Asavar sorcerer.
Hi, I'm Tim, and I'm playing Ghadi, Majani druid.
And my name is DM Dan, the Games Master in this adventure. In a world shaped by dragons, saved by primal deities, and rich with legends of heroes whose deeds are carved into the very bones of history, one might think all wonders have long since been uncovered. Yet, beneath the weight of mystery and myth, memories stir. In the age of rediscovery, many of Elsewhere's previously undiscovered mysteries have been returned to obscurity, or twisted and warped by the effects of the eschaton. Despite the efforts of the leaders of Avamore, there are still countless unknowns waiting to be found once again. But, some muse, the eschaton shook elsewhere to her very foundations, her very core. So what if there were secrets of elsewhere utterly locked away, unearthed as a direct result of the eschaton? Truths buried deep within the ruins of time. Whispers of what was during even creation's first breaths. Perhaps that is the true nature of wonder, not in finding answers, but in daring to seek them. Perhaps our heroes sailing towards the Titan Isles' southeastern mountain will uncover new truths never glimpsed by mortal eyes, ever. And so, we find the 5 of you aboard a rather large and impressive vessel. Let's tell you what. Let's get on a little mappy. Is that on a little mappy? Yes, it is. There we are. We find you aboard the Tidebreaker, the large galleon ship captained by none other than Pirate Queen Elismira herself. As the boat rocks gently from sort of like side to side under the like expert navigation and crewmanship of the Tidebreaker, but to call it a serene environment would be a mistake. You know that the slick and kind of flawless execution of this voyage is mostly down to the loud, booming, barked orders from Bosun Grinner, who stands above you on the, like just below the captain's deck, screaming orders to the crew to adjust sail and sort of like keep an eye out for any looming threats or dangers or points of notice. As the 5 of you kind of scattered about the ship, kind of wait to arrive at your destinations. At the end of last session, we left off on we did a short rest, and I can see that there are some things getting rolled up already. So let's start with Cooper.
Hello.
What are your 2 short rests that you did? Between last night at the Bountiful Parley through till say now.
So I repaired my armor.
Okay.
And I cleared my stress.
Nice.
Quite straightforward, basically.
Very good. And then what about Abe? What did they do?
Abe repaired his armor.
Yes.
As he spent quite a lot of that not being crushed. Boo-hoo. And also prepared with Ghadi.
Okay, so you both got 2 hope. Have you both ticked that up?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Wonderful. Next up is then let's switch over to Ghadi. What did Ghadi do apart from prepare?
Prepared with my boy Abe. I cleared some stress. And can I prepare twice? I can't even remember if that's allowed.
Mm-hmm.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And I prepared again with Cass. I'm so prepared, feeling great. Can I also do an additional thing before we leave, please? Can I have cast Rift Walker?
In Dorlashall.
Yes, please.
Okay.
I will attempt it now.
This sounds like a new ability, Tim. What does this new ability
It sure is. Well, let me tell you, Dan, and also other people. Make a spellcast roll of 15. On a success, you place an arcane marking on the ground where you currently stand. The next time you successfully cast Rift Walker, a rift in space opens up, providing safe passage back to the exact spot where the marking was placed.
That's very handy.
That's
Yes,
very
handy.
handy.
Like
Very,
Maybe what
handy.
we need.
So this
We love you, Ghadi.
This like, oh, the pirates blew everything up while you were gone again. None of that this time, I don't think.
Okay.
Unless I mess this up, in which case this has all been for nothing.
Well, yes, we gotta. Well, do we want to roll it now, or is it more exciting to roll it when you want to go and use it?
I
Well, see,
think
that doesn't feel fair, because I feel like you would know if it
Yeah, I'll know.
Okay,
I'll know
okay,
if
yeah,
it's
well,
or not,
yeah.
Instead of be like, let's get out of here. No, wait, I forgot.
No, wait.
Oh no.
Okay, you're
Not
right.
again, Ghadi.
I'm just being mean during your short rest. No, go for it. Go ahead and roll.
So, just gonna spend a hype on an experience.
Mhm.
Spirit speaker, to give you spirit speaker, architect, and ancient wisdom. Ancient wisdom feels probably more fair. Let's do that.
Oh,
That's been a horrible roll. Never mind, eh?
okay. So,
What was your... Right.
well,
Is there anything that stops me from doing that again?
not necessarily. I mean, I've got to. Is Abe going to do something? Is Abe interrupting? Because
I'm
I've
just
got to do a fear thing.
seeing if I have something applicable.
I think I can maybe just do it as many times as I want until it works. I can't see any.
You
costs for it.
absolutely can. But like, because you've rolled with fear, like I get a fear, but also I get to
Oh,
do
yeah,
a
of
GM
course.
move. So
Yeah,
I'm just waiting to see
yeah, I
what-
mean, I can get you. You can, if I spend 2 hope, you can re-roll either your hope or your fear dice, if you would
Ooh.
like.
That would be great.
do you
That's
want
fine. Or I just have to give you a compliment, and then I can get my hope back. So
Thanks.
if you do it good,
Let's
Would
see.
you like to re-roll your hope roll of 1?
I think that probably
That's
is
probably the one,
going to
isn't
be
it?
my choice. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I can't do it again.
It's not
Can't
meant to
do it
be.
Fate has
Okay.
decided.
Absolutely not. Sorry.
Okay. I
Wow.
will.
Wow.
Okay. I will say.
And so Ghadi fell through a dimensional portal. He turned out. Listen again.
You done. You gone.
Bye, Daddy.
Okay. Unfortunately, that will mean. So, Ghadi, you try to cast a spell. If in any, by all reckonings, you try to cast it a number of times, but it always seems to, like the mana just seems to be. You can't tell if the mana is being too erratic, or it'll suddenly disperse, or it'll suddenly kind of empower the wrong parts of the spell. But functionally, the spell keeps on failing. And I think Cassandra may well be the one to notice, thanks to your arcane knowledge. What your sort of like your magical attunement, that perhaps the lingering magics around Dorlashol in the aftermath of Exo's attack, like the portal to Avermore destroyed, like all of that mana is running erratically. It's scuppering it. So I'm gonna kibosh Rift Walkers back to Dorlashol specifically until you
I was
get
going to
out
say,
of
can I
range.
assist in any way? But I feel like the DM is no.
He's had enough.
We've had a double 1 on the hope die. I can't go any more savage than
The
that.
gods have spoken.
Yeah. So yes, certainly once you leave the sort of like immediate fallout area of I mean, because Dorlashol is currently an absolute casserole of arcane and primal magic. Yeah, no wonder it's just going a bit nuts. Yes, certainly you can absolutely cast it again for somewhere else, but also, yay, fear. Okay, so that was Ghadi's short rest. What was Cass doing?
Cass, what did I do? That's a good question. Cass tended to her wounds.
Okay.
And then she prepared with Ghadi.
Okay. Cool. And you're back up to full. And lastly, Griffin. What did our boy do?
Griffin, he tended his wounds and he cleared some stress as well. So I didn't roll my thingy, so I'm going to roll them now. There we go.
Absolutely acing it.
He needs it. Yes.
And then, okay, so last but not least, do you ever get that thing where you play the beta playtest of a game and then you play the actual release and then you're like, I think I remember a rule, and then you can't find the rule that you thought you remembered, and then you wonder, was that ever a rule? Just me?
Yeah.
We'll never know.
I'm pretty sure for my troubles, I gain D4 fear.
No, made up.
No, I'm pretty sure.
No, I don't remember that.
I think you get minus D4 fear.
That's what
I think you just like clear all your fear.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just bottom out. Okay.
Yeah.
We get a fear against the DM. That's
yeah. Yeah. Any fear tokens that you haven't spent go to us.
Of course. Well, I'm going to carry on looking for that until I. Oh no, here it is. Yay! So, as you sail across the rolling seas of Dorlashol, I gain 2 fear and go up to 6. Very good. Perfectly balanced. So, with that in mind, yes, you've said your goodbyes to the last, to the survivors of Dorlashol. You know that the council is there, so it's the council of my brain keeps trying to say Elismira. Coraline. So Coraline is has been returned by the Hamadryder that you've now found out is in fact Dawlish, after who the town is named, as well as Brynja, your Abe's daughter, and the other kind of expeditioneers of the Dorlashore expedition, so Montague and Matteo and so on and so forth. Yes, we find the 6 of you on the Tidebreaker, so this very large kind of galleon. As you're sailing in a northeasterly northeasterly direction, it is like your destination is always in sight. The mountain looms up into the skyline, reaches up into the sky. And as the 5 of you kind of acknowledge the bustling of the crew expertly kind of operating this ship, as you notice them kind of bustling around you, I think perhaps it's you, Cooper, that might feel a tad I don't know, do you feel a tad uncomfortable, maybe a tad uneasy? Where are you on the ship, Cooper?
At the moment, I think I'm stood in the middle with Griffin.
Okay.
I think he, yesterday was a lot. Lots of different revelations, and he's still very occasionally checking the sigil on his hand. Where is Kygphran? Is he hanging out with them, or is he?
Yeah, where's
Is
that?
he skulking
that
about?
Man.
Where's that
Where's that?
man? Or is he just watching me constantly? That would be
Kygphran.
really unnerving. Yeah.
Kygphran,
Well, I say watching. You know what I mean.
He can't watch. Yeah, he's got no eyes.
beneath in the shadow of the large, kind of dark green grey sails of the Tidebreaker, by the stairs down to the lower decks, kind of leaning against one of the arcane cannons that decorate the ship. Kygphran is leant back, kind of, so just kind of leaning on this cannon. The umbrella that you've seen him with every time you've seen him, just sort of like clasped. His hands are clasped at his waist. The handle, the curved handle of the umbrella, in his hands as he sort of uses it to kind of balance himself. And you notice him just sort of like swaying, in tandem with the rocking of the ship. But yeah, he looks quite he looks quite at home, I guess. Like, he looks quite comfortable.
Don't like that. I think Cooper's the opposite. He's not really a seaman. He can do it fine, but yeah, I think with being on the sea with Kygphran I feel like since yesterday, Kygphran has always been around, like in his peripheral vision, a bit like not like engaging with him necessarily, but I have this feeling like wherever he is, suddenly Kygphran's there.
Yeah.
Cooper doesn't like that. Cooper
A
doesn't.
sinister shadow.
Yeah. Yeah.
In which case, I mean, Griffin, have you picked up on this? Is it clearly written on Cooper's face how he's feeling?
I would say so. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I would say that Griffin is trying his hardest to sort of spark up some sort of conversation to sort of try and get Cooper to sort of engage, but is probably failing at it.
Sure. I mean, in which case, as you're trying to spark up this conversation, just over the sound of the crashing waves, of the kind of the billowing of the sails overhead, Cooper, you hear, "You seem on edge, Cooper."
Oh, hi. No, I'm fine. I don't know what you're talking about. Nothing like lots of very dangerous and worrying things all happening all at once. No problems at all. It's all fine.
Kygphran, he's got his grey hood up, the wrappings around his neck, like the scarf, you can see that kind of flapping gently in the breeze. But like the large amount of kind of bandages, well, not bandages, like the large blindfold that he's got on, this like fabrics over the top half of his face, you see them shift in a way that implies that he's kind of raising an eyebrow beneath his hood.
Does he have Spider-Man eye movement?
Oh god, no.
Quite possibly.
Where?
But yeah, you notice that he seems to be raising an eyebrow at you. I would have thought you would have been at ease with this journey. You've taken it a fair few times over the past few days.
Not so much the journey, more the destination and onwards. Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll just have to find out for ourselves how things go.
He like he smiles, and I think it's like it's a look in inverted commas, like face directly towards you, genuine like big smile, and it's it's a bit unnerving. I have every faith in you, Cooper. You and your companions.
It's not me I'm worried about. Guess we'll see. We'll see. If you guys don't mind, I'm just gonna. He's about to say "get some air," and then realizes exactly what he's about to say. And he's just like, I'm just going for a walk, and I think he'll move off. Probably pat Griffin on the shoulder as he does so, like thanks. I just need some space.
Griffin will sort of just like pat him as well and watch him go. I'm guessing, are me and Kygphran alone together?
Yeah. I mean, Kygphran isn't moving.
He's not running away yet.
You a fan of music?
Kygphran turns his head to you, and there was a period in my life when my world was painfully bereft of cheerful song. So yes, I consider myself somewhat of a fan.
That's always good to hear. I bet I've got something that you would like. Dan.
Yes.
With Ace of our High Houses,
yes,
would they have like anthems?
Only if you can sing it. Only if you serenade us with it. They would. So, once upon a time, pre-war, we know that the Asavari High Houses, who are fundamentally like the rulers of the scattered kind of Asavari people, and I say scattered as in like the various civilizations of Asavari, but arguably the high houses would nearly almost be in a position of power of like whatever country or civilization they were a part of, and like those countries would have then had anthems. So I guess, yeah, whilst it might be that like, oh yeah, this, yeah, I think they'd be considered one and the same. Like the national anthem is almost the high houses anthem.
Okay. I would like to argue then with Griffin's community background that he would probably know the anthem and just his general history. He would know the anthem where House Antelia came from. And he would like to perform their anthem for him.
Curious. Okay. I see. Very good. Yeah.
Do you want me to do a performance or would I just do it?
See how good it is. See if you remember all the words or you just rumble through.
It's been a while. I could do a performance if I can do a presence.
I mean, I guess in the way that like we all know, regardless of how bad it is, if someone's belting out like the British national anthem. Okay, so you are playing like the anthem of Elysia?
Yeah, I guess the anthem of Elysia.
Of the Glimmer Peaks?
Yes.
Okay. As you start playing it, like Kygphran turns his head away, and like you see his head drop as if he's sort of like preparing to enjoy whatever it is you're about to play, as much as he can enjoy it with you playing it on like your little whiny concertina. But then there's like, you watch this like roller coaster of emotions like flash across his face as he goes from sort of like awaiting to slight confusion to then like he turns his head towards you slightly too quickly, and like his mouth falls open, and I think this might well be the first time that you've seemingly seen Kygphran taken off guard. Like he's on his back foot for a moment. And then like noticing this, do you carry on playing it through?
Carry on.
Okay. He is silent throughout the performance. And when you finish, he like it feels like he's staring directly at you. Like there's an intensity in his stance. And then he says, that was a beautiful melody you played there, Griffin. What was it?
I think you know.
You have to excuse me. I have been you'll have to excuse my ignorance. I cannot claim any ownership of knowledge to that, but beautiful it was.
I thought, considering that the sigil that you put on my friend, you would consider it beautiful.
Kygphran. Kygphran smiles. Oh. Who dat?
Comes gods.
I am the voice of. Okay, now we're good. So yeah, Kygphran. Who is that?
I think it might be Livy's.
I think it is mine.
Okay.
Livy, what
It's
are you doing?
I just have to hold it in for the entirety because.
Okay. Oh no.
No, you might be all right.
Okay.
Right. Kygphran. Kygphran stops. Like he. Sorry, as you say, given the sigil you put on my friend, the intense kind of look remains, and then hang on, we can fix this. So remind me later if I've muted Livy. Kygphran holds that look, and then he takes a few steps forward. And what then do you know of House Antelier?
Griffin will be just sort of slightly shaking a bit, but he's going to try his hardest to stand firm. I don't know a lot about House Antelier. I don't know who your patron is, but I do know that you have some relationship to House Stoneforth. Am I correct?
You watch very curiously Kygphran, like he is like right up to you. Like he is uncomfortably in your personal space. And he's done it in such a way that he's sort of like he's got right close up to you and then planted the umbrella like on the deck between you, and he adopts this stance, and you watch then as he visually turns his head as if he's looking around to see if anyone is listening, and then he returns his gaze to you. My patron is one of great power through an understanding that power begets power. Long has it been since House Antalir of the city of Elysia. Long has it been that we have revelled in the strength of political power. But my patron finds it highly intoxicating. The citizens of Elysia survived intense hardship, but none more than House Antalir. So my thoughts on the actions of my patron are mine alone, and I instead bow to her wisdom. He pauses for a few moments and then, I thought I recognized your voice when first we met. It was but an inkling in the bountiful parley those days ago. But perhaps you and I are not as much strangers as you would hope. But perhaps we can be much more than strangers going forward. Isn't that right, Tobias?
Griffin will swallow hard and go, yeah, I guessed you knew. So, I want to make a deal with you.
Go on.
Remove the sigil from my friend's hand. You can bind that deal to me. And if you need more compensation than that, once we've done this cave mountain thing, and we've done what we've needed to do with Exo, you can return me back to Lord Sorrowwind.
You do understand the gravity of the consequences of doing so, yes?
I wouldn't be making this deal so lightly.
And Kygphran smiles and holds his hand out.
the binding, it goes off my friend. It goes off Cooper.
You have my word.
He'll shake his hand.
And Griffin, you watch as your hands wrap around one another in a handshake. A red glow, a red ring forms around them. It rotates slightly, and you see the sigil of House Antelier appear above your hands, and you feel a slight like searing burn in the palm of your hand. It is done. You are now under my protection whilst we see to matters here on the Isles. This may feel... You may, in the hours to come, you may regret this, but know this. Lord Sorrowwind, my patron, they seek only the best for people like you and I. People who were born into a world that could do so much better. People with the power to make it so.
Griffin won't reply to that.
And as Kygphran lets go of your hands, you look at your palm, like as you kind of go to rub your palm while it stings. You see that on your palm the flesh looks like it's reddened, like it's slightly burned. And like as you kind of turn your hand and study it for a moment as Kygphran walks off, you can't help but get the feeling that the burn is in the shape of a raven.
Absolute bastard. Griffin will check this. Does the sigil, does it sort of hover above the hand, or is it like imprinted on the hand?
So the sigil sort of like appeared above your hands, like as part of the runic binding, and then it's disappeared as well.
Okay. In that case, Griffin will just pull up his gloves and just cover up what's there.
Okay.
And he'll be just shaking and tapping his foot, just sort of just trying to think of anything else.
Okay. In which case, what's Guardian Cass doing?
I think Cass did want a word with Ghadi.
Go for it. Let me. I'll just quickly pop out my my sweet little binky while we're here.
Get him out.
Come on, lads.
Get your binky out.
Get your binky out.
Get your binky out, lads.
Okay, I will fish out your binky for you.
Thank you very much.
There's no better place for it.
So you probably just you just find me like sitting on the deck with Binky on my lap and just talking to him like, and I swear I knew what I was doing with this new spell, but I don't know, maybe I'm wasting my time. I think I've lost my touch.
Binky is sat on the anchor winch, like the big kind of big twizzy turny wheel in the center of the ship. Yeah, so Binky's sat on it, and like every so often just lets out little.
Oh, you're right. I should believe in myself more.
I know just what to say, Binky.
Binky plushie merch. That's what we do.
I think Cass kind of comes down and she sits next to you, and I don't know how much they've spoken since they literally spoke to God.
I'm just going to pause 1 sec real quick. For those of you in Foundry, do not worry. I'm fixing something, but keep on talking.
So I have a cat next to me trying to eat my headphones.
I don't think we've had much time to catch
No,
up, really. It's all been a
feel
bit,
like-
bit of a whirlwind.
Yeah, and we were busy recovering for most of it. So yeah, I feel like this is kind of the first time we, Cass and Ghadi, apart from trying to cast a spell and then failing to cast a spell, they've properly spoken. So she kind of sits down next to you, and she's quiet for a few moments, and then she says, "I did thank you for coming here. I did thank you."
Well, if you didn't, you are now, so...
Oh, yeah.
No, I mean, I came here for myself. I wanted to come with you, you know? I should thank you as well. I wouldn't have got this far without you.
Oh, I just feel sort of been treating everyone here like a parts of a science experiment, I suppose. You know, you were a means to an end, and it was a bit mean now.
Well, I mean, it wasn't like you didn't have your reasons. I don't think this has really turned out how either of us wanted it to.
No. I wanted to ask, did you get to ask her what you wanted? Did you find out what you wanted to know?
Not yet, but I feel like what I want might need their power, and I feel like she has so little at the moment. One step at a time.
Right. Well, I found out what I needed to find out, so as soon as we can, we'll get you back in front of her, and we will make her do what she has to do for you.
Well, we'll ask nicely at least. It's
As an aside, the world is back up if you want to log back in.
The world is back up, nice.
Oh.
Hold on, I'm just logging back in.
As the world reasserts itself around them. You ever feel like you just glitched out of time and space, Ghadi?
Someone's just rebooted the Matrix.
Are you
Do you want to not eat my headphones? Sorry.
So I thought you were talking to Ghadi then.
That's Binky.
So the end of alimony. Just hang.
I'm so sorry, Cass.
I think I knew something that happened. I think I just... Well, it's done now. And it means that you can't let anything happen to you.
I'll give it a try. I don't know how much choice I've necessarily got, but... Well, you know, obviously we can't replace anything that you've lost, but we're all here for you while up to the end, whatever it may be.
Yes. Whatever happens next. We'll do it together.
Aye.
Okay. What is Abe doing anything, or is Abe just enjoying the peace and quiet?
Am I back on?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he's just enjoying of, I think he's noticed. Obviously, we've gone through a lot, but I think he's softened quite a lot in the last few days. More haggard, and he looks more contented. So he's just having a smoke. He's just like,
Aww.
had a good time. Met my daughter, brought her back out. He's just like brilliant.
I feel like everyone else is looking way more haggard,
Yeah.
and then he's just there like.
He's always ducks in a row. He's just like, brilliant. This is great. So have a little.
Got crushed by a god.
Enough to relieve the stress of anyone.
Not a scratch on him.
His spine has never felt so aligned.
It's thousands in chiropractic fees. He's just absolutely loving his life. Well, I think he's just kind of contemplating. I think he hasn't spent a lot of time with people in many years, and he spent more time with people than he'd ever want or need in the last 72 hours.
Gotcha.
Time to decompress.
Whereabouts on the ship are you? Sort of like, are you near the front, like the prow of the ship, or are you towards the back near Elismira and
near Elismira? No.
Boss on Grinner?
Yeah, I hung out with Boss.
Okay.
I feel like we're like.
What do you need to know this precise location information for, Dan?
Well, like Boss on Grinner.
He is evil. We're gonna kiss.
Like Boss, I call him Boss. Bosun Grinner walks up the stairs because you cut a huge silhouette on the deck of the ship.
Baby girl. I don't know what you're talking about.
I think, in fact, there are no keepers in the crew of the Tidebreaker, so you are a very distinct silhouette amongst all the others. But yeah, as the bosun approaches you, Grinner kind of stands alongside you, and like it's weird for Bosun Grinner to be dwarfed by someone else, given how large he is. But he says, "You know these waters well, don't you?"
Well, yeah. Well, I'm not really this way. I don't go toward mountain. I go up. I go down there, and you see over there, and then I get on that boat over there, and I get off. And then I always go over the same place, and I just say, I just see what's going on, and then I come back.
But Grinner sort of like nods sagely.
Yeah, I just round a corner and up and over, and then on to the Jones.
Well, it's fair to say that we've all sailed these waters for a significant part of our lives.
But I don't really sail, just more row. I'm not used to these flappy.
The Pirate Queen doesn't want it to be easily available public knowledge, but we have been chasing a number of ships that have arrived at the island. They bear no insignia that we have ever seen. They strike, the descriptions from our scouts strike us as being small scouting vessels. But, as I say, flying colours we have never seen before.
Oh, that don't sound good.
This journey is partially to see if we can find out any more about these foreign ships. But I get the question that we would have to answer if we did find them, is where these ships come from. You know these waters. Keep an eye out. They are vessels that are said to gleam in the sunlight like diamonds. And like Grinner sort of like nods, like as he reaches up, claps you on the back, and as he peers up to the mountain, "I've always hated this place," he says, and he turns and leaves. And before he makes it to the steps of the steps down to the main deck, you hear a high-pitched, like flute-like whistle from the crow's nest overhead. And both you and Grinner, sort of like your attentions are snatched up to look at it as you see the crewmate in the crow's nest sort of like blowing on this high-pitched whistle. You know that it's high-pitched, that everyone on the ship can hear it, but it won't carry for distances. It is, for all intents and purposes, as a ship alarm. And as Grinner looks up, Abe, from your position, like the sails are billowed out enough that you can also see Elismira towards the rear of the ship, and she's looking up towards the crow's nest as well. And you hear the crow yell out, "There's a fog! There's a fog ahead! A thick fog!" And as you turn to look, you can see a fog kind of rolling out from the coast out to sea, but Abe, to your eye, it doesn't. It looks too thick. It looks like it starts too quickly, as this blanket just kind of almost like smoke rolls out across the water, and you hear Grinner sort of like yelling out to the crew to like slacken the sails, to kind of slow down a little bit, to maintain like situational awareness. And like you feel the ship kind of rock to the right slightly as you peel away from the coastline to kind of get out into slightly deeper water, so you don't hit any kind of hidden rocks. But as you go, like as you start to kind of roll into this fog and the fog starts to thicken around you, you hear the pipe whistle out again. "There's a ship! There's a ship!" you hear bellowed out towards the crew. And Abe, from where you're stood, sort of like in a slightly elevated position near the front of the ship, as you turn to look through the fog, like the fog is like compoundly thicker and thicker the further it goes out, but you notice a telltale silhouette etched in the fog, getting more and more distinct by the moment. And as the Tiderbreaker begins to turn much more sharply to the right, you hear, Abe, the sound. It sounds like a low rushing wind that gets louder and louder and more high pitched until you hear and a huge geyser of water bursts up alongside the ship, and you notice a ballista shot having just narrowly missed the deck of the Tidebreaker. And at the cries of panic as the water splashes up from this near miss onto the crew, Grinner turns around and bellows, "Battle stations! Battle stations!" He yells to the crew. And so, as the crew start to sort of like surge around the five of you, you hear another kind of low rumbling to a whistling sound as another blister shot splashes off the just off the prow, like just off the deck on the other side of the ship, and you hear more sort of like cries of surprise as the water splashes up. But the ship just bursts into a hive of frenetic activity, with the five of you plus Kygphran just kind of at the center of it all. As the ship, like, you hear the sounds of Elismira spinning the wheel hard, and the boat lurches to one side. It kind of tips, and a few things slide across the deck as she pulls the ship hard to the right, in order to bring sort of like batteries to bear on. She spins it left, towards the island to bring the batteries to bear on this approaching ship. And Elismira, like, you can hear her shouting from the back of the ship, and then her commands are forwarded on by her bosun as she bellows out, "Someone get me eyes! Man the sails! Load the cannons! On my mark!" she shouts, as you see the crew rushing around. In this moment, you cannot see you can see the silhouette of the enemy ship, but you, for all intents and purposes, are crewmates in this moment. So we will switch to a pseudo combat type thing. Elismira has a list of duties that she would like to be performed for this battle, and you can help in any way, shape you see fit. So with that in mind, who wants to help out as this ship sort of like lurches hard to the left?
Yeah, I mean, if Abe's looking around?
I can help with cannons.
Cooper's
is good at aiming.
Yeah, are there sails? Can I use strength to try and ourselves?
Yeah, absolutely. So, let's say Elismira needs situational awareness because of the fog. It's limiting her vision, so she needs help seeing where she's got to navigate the ship. She needs people on hand to very quickly kind of adjust the sails, like speed, direction, to make sure that she can kind of maneuver and evade as best she can. She'll need support on readying and firing the arcane cannons. You know that there are cannons on the deck, on the top deck where you are now, and there are also cannons below deck. And you can hear like a flurry of activity as crew just sort of like fall out of hammocks beneath your feet and start rushing around in the belly of this ship. But yeah, Abe, if you want to help out with the sails, you absolutely can. In which case, yeah, she yells out to drop some of the sails. So yeah, by all means, go ahead and roll me a strength check as you got to kind of wrestle the mast ropes to adjust this thing. I'll do a combat tracker just so you guys can put your hands up to say you want to go next.
Puppies.
Kygphran is in play, but he's also blind. So we're not 100% how useful he might be.
For a blind man, he looks around a lot.
He does look around a lot. Suspicious.
Right.
Kygphran's in play. The five of you should be able to double click on him and see his abilities, just in case they can help you out in any way, shape, or form. The same goes for the bosun and for Elismira, if any of you happen to be up her neck of the woods towards the back of the ship. So, with that in mind, a 9 with hope. So, as you go to kind of grab the ropes, there's another kind of barrage of the blister that splashes nearby that rocks the ship. And Abe, you see like one of the lines come loose and start whizzing out, and you rush over and you manage to grab it and sort of like hold it tight. The mast still kind of billows out of shape, but at least you've got it, and like there's a bit of there's some pretty intense rope burn as the rope kind of goes through your hands before you manage to pull it tight. So that's a fail with hope, so you do get your hope. However, I will count up So let's make this clock visible. Let's make that one visible as well. Okay, so a mysteriously named clock has just ticked up.
What a mysterious name.
What a very mysterious name. So with that in mind, Abe, you managed to grab this sail as the ship kind of rocks, as this kind of third blister shot like scrapes down the side of the hull, like it's a glancing hit, but it's enough to sort of like shunt the ship across. Who wants to help out next?
I can help out with me peepers.
Yeah, go for it.
I've got good peepers. Can I? I'll go eagle mode. I'll go big eagle mode and see if I can.
Okay.
See the buggers.
Sorry, just before you do, because I've just had a look. Bosun Grinner has an ability, because right now you're still probably quite near Bosun Grinner, aren't you, Abe?
Yeah, we're joined at the hip. Best buds.
In which case, there is a certain grim demeanor that emanates from Bosun Grinner. For a stress, if you roll with fear or fail a roll, you can spend a stress to re-roll. Okay, so you're spending a stress. Okay, so you can re-roll that 9 with hope. Okay, 15 with fear. So that is a success. So you do manage to grab, like you feel the rope running through your hands, and you manage to grab it, pull it tight, as like Grinner looks over to you, gives you the eye, and then there's a like a very stern nod as you manage to get the rope under control. I will gain a fear, and then we'll tick the Tiebreaker up one segment instead of the other ship. So, okay, so Abe, you're holding onto this rope, and the ship's kind of staying on course. You pulling the rope has meant that shot has not glanced; it's just splashed into the water. Ghadi, you're going bird mode.
Yes, please.
Okay, bird me up.
Eagle.
Bird you up. As the case may be. Oh, you're a huge bird.
Oh, yes.
Okay.
So, yeah, I'll just...
So you are flying up to the crow's nest?
I'll circle overhead and see what I can see.
Okay. So I'll put you, like, middle of the map, right about here. So as you kind of hover around the ship, you can see that, like, it's from a literal bird's eye view, you can see the shape of this fog, and you notice that the fog is almost perfectly circular, like cylindrical, if you will. And it seems to be approaching you at the same speed as the shadowy, silhouetted ship in the center of it. From Romy, like, what check do you want to roll while you're up here?
I guess is an insight to perceive its course and how long we've got.
Yeah, absolutely.
Sweet. That's not very good.
11 with fear. Okay, so it's difficult to quite, like, the shifting of the fog, 'cause it almost sort of like swirls around slightly. It's almost like it's scattering the location of the ship kind of all over the place, and it's hard to gauge, like you lose sight of the ship for a moment, and you're trying to gauge it off the direction of the fog cloud. But that in itself is, because it's this amorphous mass, you're unable to quite figure out where it is that you're supposed to, like, you're not sure which commands to kind of shout back down to Elismira to kind of guide her in which direction to go next. So that will be a tick up for the
I can have it.
other ship, and now I'll gain a fear. I will Ooh. Okay, Ghadi, as you so it's come to me. So you, Ghadi, you watch as from this fog, like a large, like there's a green glow that emanates, and then you watch as this large kind of green flaming orb launches out of the fog cloud and arcs down towards the Tidebreaker. And whereabouts does it land? So, Ghadi, the sail that you're sort of like hovering over, like the main central sail, you watch as this flaming blister shot, like trebuchet shot, arcs down and smashes through one of the sides of the mast, like punches a hole clean through the sail. And you watch as the sail begins to burn with this green fire, very reminiscent of the flames of Dorla Shal. Like, you're reminded of that moment. And the ordnance kind of lands on the deck, and you hear this cries of pain, Griffin, as the crew alongside you are dashed by this falling ordnance, and a good half dozen are just slain by the kind of the crashing trajectory of this shot. Who wants to? Griffin's next.
I will be doing. So you're saying that sort of like a mast has been hit and is almost.
So the mast above your head, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's actually, because it's got like a smaller sail on top, a bigger sail on the bottom, so it's got 4 like arms, if you will, and the bottom right arm, so pretty much above your head, that's been snapped in two by this like trebuchet shot that's landed, and then this burning hulk landing on the deck has just squished 6 crewmate.
Okay. In that case, I would like to use Mystic Tether to try and stop that split masting to sort of stay in place.
Okay. That sounds good.
And while I'm also playing as well, I would also like to use that as my rally dice to give that to everyone, because I think everyone needs it.
Oh, yes.
Yes. Okay.
Where are you? I've lost you again. There you are. And I've got no hope, so I can't do anything else on that. So it's just going to have to...
Nice.
No, 23.
Oh, looks good. 23 with hope. So you gain a hope.
Nice.
And yes, as you, like, as say, the sail has had this like flaming hole punch through it. It smashed through the timber. But as the timber sort of like goes to fall, and you realize that's going to crash down on the deck, and it's kind of slowed somewhat by the fabric of the sail. What does your mystic tether look like?
It looks like it's sort of like a bright red sort of rope that sort of shoots out of his concertina.
Okay, so in which case, as it whips out, it wraps around the splintered wood, and as it tightens, you watch as this kind of meters long wooden mast is slowly poured back into place, bound by this sort of like magical twining almost. Cool. We will. So I will reduce. So the other ship got a segment on the clock for getting a direct hit, but I will reduce that as you've effectively, apart from the jam stains to your right, at least the ship's in slightly better shape. Okay. What's who wants to jump in next? What's Castle Cooper thinking?
Just trying to decide what the most useful thing is for me to do, because I'm not really a strengthy boy. I was going to say cannons, but that's a lot of unless I can work with someone else to maneuver the cannons, so we can.
I was going to say sure, because all of my magic is attacky based.
Yeah, and I can
very,
only fire
long
at things,
range.
but they're not here. So
Yeah.
shall we,
Do you
shall we
wanna...
work on a cannon?
Yeah. Can we team up on a cannon?
Yeah,
do it.
absolutely. So I will jump in and
nerd
say,
arms.
I've looking back at the clocks. Griffin, as you manage to sort of steady the ship, because you've succeeded with hope. You can see the crew are preparing to fire the cannon, so the fire clock has fire clock as opposed to oh no fire is ticked up 2 seconds because you succeeded with hope. Yes, you Cass and Cooper, you can see that the crew are preparing these 2 arcane cannons just in front of you. Or if you want to go below deck, you know that there are a crew kind of preparing those cannons instead.
We've got the ones that are right next to us will make sense.
Okay.
Yeah, we could just run at them. We just meet eyes across the deck.
Yeah.
Right through a cannon.
Let's go.
Okay. So are you both jumping on the same cannon?
Yes. Probably makes sense.
So as you flank either side of this cannon, Cass, it look like as you stare upon this large kind of metal barreled cannon, it strikes you that this is there's a moment, I guess, for both of you, have either of you ever actually fired an arcane cannon before?
Absolutely not.
But Cass, you then acknowledge, and I suppose Cooper, you would acknowledge as well, given that Alimony belonged to you once, that this thing in front of you is the same as Alimony, just 30 times larger.
Mm-hmm.
So perhaps Cass, with this in mind, knowing that it is a fundamentally the same sort of thing that you've got as a pistol, what's going through what initial reaction, what emotions going through your mind, Cass, as you marvel on the destructive power of this thing?
I think at first it's oh crap, there is nothing I could do with my magic in this situation, which is unusual for her recently. But then she's realized, oh wait, I have lived most of my life in these kind of situations without any kind of magic. And then sort of that teaming up with Cooper, which is something she used to do so much back in the day, coupled with realizing that, oh no, this isn't a piece of equipment that I don't know anything about. I use Alimony all the time. I've headshot so many things recently.
Yes.
It's her confidence returns tenfold. She's like, oh no, this is fine. I can do this. This is great. I just don't have the strength. It's fine. I can do it.
Okay. So in which case, as you kind of feel that, I guess, almost excitement. Cooper, how are you feeling staring at this cannon, knowing that the mana crystal inside this thing must, by definition, be also about 30 times larger than the very volatile mana crystal that's in Alimony?
Probably not as confident as Cass feels, but at the same time, there is that kind of sense of nostalgia, because it feels like a team thing, that they've not really done anything like this during the adventure before. Most of the time Cass has been head ho in one direction, and Cooper has followed semi-reluctantly because they're doing the same thing, but now their missions seem intertwined, and after the recent events, it feels even more relevant to what's happening. So he looks at this cannon. He's just feels like old times, right? Okay, I think that we put it in that hole, right? I put the thing in the hole. Are you gonna help me aim it?
What old times are you talking about?
So are you, for all intents and purposes, are you going to be aiming this cannon? Aiming and firing this cannon?
Yes.
Okay. Who would like to? So, do you want to do it as a tag team, or do you want to do it as what someone does it with help?
I think
I have 1 hope left.
I also have 1
currently.
hope left, so it's
So I
gonna
don't
have to
think we
be-
can.
Have been aid, isn't it?
Yeah.
Okay. Fair. In which case, who's taking the lead?
I've got 0 strength. What's your
I
strength?
have +1.
Cool, you can do it. And I
I can
can
do
aid
it.
you.
Cool.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, so I guess if you're looking, so I guess there's a question of who's aiming, who's if you're aiming it, I guess it's more
So I can aim
guess
it,
so.
I suppose, if you want to like hold the back end.
I mean, I have excellent aim as an experience I can add, and my
It's true.
finesse is quite high. So if we're using aiming,
Yeah.
I like to imagine that the two of you are having this discussion either side of the cannon while everything's
Who's aiming?
going on around you.
Yeah,
so my God, guys, you're so divorced.
I'm going on. I don't want to put any here. Like, I don't want
And then,
to
like, Grinner, who's on the deck above you, is just like, just fire the thing!
We're getting there!
Okay, so, Cooper, you tell me what you're using to aim with, because arguably, I mean, it's an arcane cannon, so...
Yeah, it's finesse.
effectively
It's
you've got to-
control. So
Control,
finesse, I
okay.
feel like Cass
Yeah.
understands how the mana crystal works. I feel like she's helping by being like, okay, when you put the cannon in, be careful because the mana crystal. Because I think alimony wasn't originally magic. Alimony was originally bog standard pistol that Cass updated. So if it's more like alimony now, she knows how to.
And I can sense the mana crystal. I know more about what's going on with that.
Yeah. So with that in mind, yeah, I'm finessing, and I'm going to add one of my only hope to add excellent aim.
Okay.
Um,
So, Cass, if you deduct a hope as you help sort of like guide Cooper both physically and magically through control of the arcane crystal.
Done.
Beautiful.
Cool. And then I'm going to add excellent aim, which is now +4 after leveling up. So, woohoo!
Okay.
So hopefully this is going to go okay. So this is advantage now, right?
Yes.
With support? Yeah. Okay.
Yes, correct.
Cool. Right.
And
let's roll.
I believe you are within very close range of Bosun Grinner. So if you screw it up for a stress, you can re-roll it.
Okay. Cool. Right. Well, let's do it. That's a crit. That's a crit.
No, it's not.
No,
it's a
not.
6 and a 9.
Oh, that's so annoying!
Oh.
Ah!
Still a 26.
26.
Still
It's a 26 with a beer. So I will offer Bosun Grinner's grim demeanor. You've rolled with fear. You can re-roll at the cost of a stress.
I think that's worth trying.
Yeah. Okay.
But then 26 is very good. Do we have to take what reroll
I mean,
is?
if we got
Yeah.
like an 11 with fear, I would go, yeah, sure, let's re-roll. But 26,
26
feels like a
is pretty good.
success,
Yeah.
even if it's got a fear. This means Dan goes next.
And it is
not
us.
a
We have no other
complication.
resources, so
Let's
Okay.
go. Let's do it. Okay.
In which case, the two of you, sort of like perhaps picking up on the slack because the crew that were manning this particular arcane cannon, they're the ones that have just been dashed by the ordnance shot. But as the two of you kind of rushing, like Cooper, you kind of heave ho this large kind of ton heavy, like half a ton heavy kind of cannon into place. Cass, you prime the crystal. Between the two of you, describe me and say, is an arcane cannon, so it fires out magical blasts. What does it look like when you hit the trigger?
Ooh. I imagine green.
yeah,
like
like
an idea, like a big green kind of magic power blast, like a bit like a ray, but like a magic themed one. I don't
Okay.
know. That's what I'm imagining.
Okay, no, that's perfect. So I imagine that there's this, like, sound almost disappear, like the sound of the world almost disappears as this thing goes to fire. And there's, in a blink of an eye, there's like a blast of straight light. There's a mini sort of like arcane mushroom cloud that billows out after it, and you watch as the arcane force like visibly fires the cannon back like a couple of feet. Cooper, it kind of catches you a bit off guard as it kind of picks you up and carries you a little bit. So I gain a fear, but this shot like arcs through the mist and the fog. You see the fog kind of billowing and like billowing into the space, like this tunnel left by this arc of green light, as it sort of like arcs ever so slightly, and then you hear the sound of this being striking something solid, and there are cries of panic and confusion as your shot hits a direct hit on the approaching ship. Congratulations, that is some you've ticked up the Tidebreaker clock. With a fear, as you fire that, Griffin and Ghadi, you notice that the sail, like Griffin, you're holding the mast in two, like holding the mast in place. But yeah, between you and Ghadi, you notice that the flames that have the flames around the hole that was scorched through the sail are beginning to catch, and if the sail catches fire, then the ship's going to lose a shed load of propulsion. But yeah, so the sail is now on fire. Who wants to go next? Ghadi or Griff?
I do the fire. I do.
Okay. You are the fire.
I am the fire.
Can you eat the fire? Can you
Consume?
I have a maybe plan. All right, it's a pirate ship, so
Yes.
there's probably barrels of stuff
Yes.
about. Is there a grabbable barrel of water I can get with my big eagle feet? If not, a barrel of nothing that I can then fill with water with my big eagle feet.
There would. I reckon. Well, one way or the other. I don't know whether pirates would keep water barrels up on deck, but you could certainly. There's certainly sort of like buckets or receptacles you could grab, and because you're a giant kind of horned eagle, you can. Yeah, you can absolutely do some splishy splash.
Yeah, any kind of container I'll snag.
I can spend a hope to assist you if you want.
Oh, that'd be good, yeah.
Yeah.
You can chuck it for me so I can snatch it out of the air or something.
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay, so you now have advantage. So yeah, Tim, if you want to chuck me a roll for like the grabbing of water, the application of water.
Finesse?
Like, yeah, that sounds good.
Advantage finesse. Come on, Ghadi.
Oh, it's a nice
22 with
12.
22 with hope. That is juicy. Okay, so you, as Griffin, as you toss up this like bucket, Ghadi, you manage to grab it in your talons as you swoop down and in sort of like one fluid motion, fill this bucket, and much like the helicopters that help put out kind of wildfires, as you swoop up, you come to a stop. Like as you, I say, are you just kind of getting above and then tipping the bucket over, or are you doing a flyby flick? Or
Yeah, probably like circle round and then just dump it as I fly over it, so it sort of just chucks it all over the sail as much as possible.
Okay, very good. In which case you've successfully kind of dispelled. Well, the fire gets put out. There's a trebuchet rock shaped hole in the sail, but at least the hole's not going to get any bigger. As you manage to put out that flame, you've rolled a success with hope, so that triggers up the fire clock, and you've just heard, like, you've seen this blast of energy from one arcane cannon that's crewed by Kygphran and Cassandra. There are two other arcane cannons which are, well, you put out the water splashes against the sail, and then Ghadi, as you kind of regard your work, you from where you are, you almost watch as the ship shunts like a couple of feet to the left, like underneath you, as on a singular command, all of the cannonades from the arcane cannons on the lower deck fire in unison. And the force of it kind of rocks the ship away from the blast. But you see these. I mean, how many cannons are there down there? There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There's like 9 cannons below deck, which all fire simultaneously into the mist. You see that some miss, but some hit. So let's do a D3. And perhaps from your direct actions of being able to kind of secure the mast and making sure that's still in one piece and still usable, there are 3 direct hits on this approaching ship as it kind of steams towards you. Very good, Griffin and Ghadi. What's Abe wanting to do?
What does
I think your microphone is a bit too away from your mouth.
What does
You have to get the mic a bit closer.
Where?
Mic a bit closer.
What?
There you go.
Better. There we go.
What would Bosun like me to do?
Well, Bosun.
Help him.
What would he like?
Yeah, Bosun is just like striding backwards and forwards, like yelling out mainly death threats to the crew. To sort of like
I can take some guys out if that's what he wants.
Keep them in line. The ship has got a pretty good bearing. The mast seems like you've got hold of one mast, the other one seems okay. You feel like the Tidebreaker's in a pretty commanding position, if anything. And it seems like it's doing relatively well in this kind of sea battle. But Abe, you notice that this ship, the silhouette is becoming clearer and clearer, and it does not seem to be slowing down. Like, it is coming at you wholly too fast.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, as I say, Elasmira's commands are she needs eyes, man the sails, man the guns, repair any damages, but Ghadi and Griffin have Griffin's kind of seen to that.
Fling yourself in front of a trebuchet shot.
Grab it.
Just block it with your shot. Yeah. Like if you wanted to roll out more like strength checks to kind of keep the sails in.
I'm happy to see that.
Okay. And hello, Witchlight. Welcome. No worries. Thanks for joining. Okay. So yes, there's
strengthy.
So I'll say then that it's when like Bosun, the Bosun looks to you, like Grinner looks to you, and are they trying to ram us? He says, and like as he realizes it, he starts yelling out to like he begins yelling out to Elasmira via a number of the crew, but every time you hear him shout, "They're trying to ram!" Like the crew that repeat like parroting it on, like there's.
They're made of ham.
there's a panic that's beginning to spread through the crew because, like, no one. You should never ram a ship with another ship. That's just not great.
That's not good etiquette.
That's not cool.
Good etiquette.
It's not cool.
It's not cool.
Etiquette. You don't
But
ram
yeah, you notice like Elasmira look up as she hears the bark out of they're trying to ram us, and like she turns the wheel, so you've got to if you're trying to help to do the sails. 22 with fear. The bosun looks at you, and with his grim demeanor, if you want to re-roll, you can for a stress.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. As you go to pull on the sails, I say there is a bit of a panic that's beginning to spread through the crew, so I'm going to take a fear. And as you're pulling on the like, you run across to the other side of the deck to pull on the ropes on that side to make the mast kind of turn in response to Elismira's orders. But curiously, you're sort of like fighting against the wind, like the sides of the sail and the wind that's kind of caught in the sail that's carrying you forward. You slip, like your foot slips, and you stagger back a number of steps as the sail suddenly spins, like surprisingly easily. So I'm going to go ahead and spend a fear, because as you pull, so the I've done this the wrong way around. So the Tidebreaker the raffle blade goes up by 1. As you pull, you realise the sudden ease that you're able to pull this sail is because, as you look down the ship, the wind in the sails suddenly dissipates, and the fog has completely encapsulated the ship, and it's like, Abe, you can't explain it. Wind doesn't just stop. But as you look around, like, you realize that you're in this, it's almost as if the world has just become deathly still around you. And as Elismira sort of like, she shouts, she's shouting her orders, you notice that the other sails have suddenly sort of like been pulled out of alignment by the sudden lack of wind that were kind of naturally kind of pushing them in a certain direction. And suddenly the ship just kind of jinks out of alignment, and you see some shots kind of go wide from the other cannons that have been primed, and they sort of like miss the approaching ship. And I will spend another fear as you sort of like as you let go of this. Well, as you're holding this rope, Abe, you turn to see Bosun Grinner sort of like looking. It's probably the palest you've seen him, as he looks over the right-hand side of the ship, and you can see the silhouette of the enemy bearing down on you now, piercing out of the cover of the fog. And the ship is this metal, it's a smaller ship than the Tidebreaker, but the hull is covered in this metal plating. There is a dark, an almost black colour sail that flies from its masts, but you notice that the prow of the ship comes together in what appears to be a giant metallic wedge. And based off what you've seen at Dorlashal, you reckon it's a wedge that could drive a gouge into the docks of a town like Dorlashal. And as you see the colours of the wrathful blade emerge from the fog, Grinner turns to all of you and yells, "Brace for impact!" And I need all of you to make an agility reaction check, please.
Do I have to make one? I'm
oh,
fine
not you.
without.
You're a burb. Yeah,
Yay.
you are absolutely fine.
I'm a bud.
Can I implement natural climber? Because it involves balancing.
Yes, I think you can.
Can I implement Midborn? Because I can traverse dangerous environments. Is this not a dangerous environment?
It's a pretty dangerous environment.
Okay,
Is
yes.
this not?
I'll say yes. I'll be kind.
I got a crit.
Ooh.
Okay, so crit from Abe, a 10 from Coop, a 20. So Cass passes, Griffin, Cooper. Okay, so Griffin and Cooper. Like as you hear Grinner shouting out, "Brace for impact!" The two of you turn to look, and Cooper, well, you watch as this metal-hulled ship barrels towards the Tidebreaker at full speed, and the two of you are hurled from your feet as the tip of the prow, the tip of the ramming prow of this ship, which you believe to be Exo's flagship, crashes into the side of the wooden hull of the Tidebreaker, and the metal ram bursts through the side of the ship and carves into it like a knife into butter. You can hear the sounds of splintering wood underfoot, like in the deck beneath. You can hear the sounds of screaming as like crew are like crushed in the wake of this ramming ship. And as you sort of like stand, well, Cass, you've managed to sort of like grab onto the railing, kind of hold yourself up. Abe, you've managed to grab onto the railing, hold yourself up. Like Grinner and Elismira are thrown to the ground, like thrown to the deck. And as you peer at what has happened, from your position, Abe, you can see. You can see behind the metal ram of the ship that's just T-boned into the side of the Tidebreaker. You can see a warband's worth of crew. Griffin, as you like pick yourself up, you can hear from the stairs underfoot that there, like you hear what sounds like a large iron door, like an iron gate, swinging open, and the sounds of a furious battle begin to emerge from the deck below. Just as a number of grappling hooks swing up from the deck of the Wrathful Blade and hook onto the side of the Tidebringer, allowing these pirate raiders, these Draven Marauders, to begin boarding the Tidebreaker. And as the five of you kind of pick yourselves up and get yourselves ready, let's go for a quick break.
Ooh.
Oh.
Okay. We'll see you in 10 minutes.
See you soon.
See you soon, friends.
Bye.
Hello and welcome back, everyone, to Explorers of Elsewhere Live, the Titan Isles. Hi, my name is DM Dan, and this is Libby, Theo, Nate, Georgia, Tim.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. And hello to those of you in chat. Welcome. We rejoin our intrepid heroes on a ship that has just been T-boned by another ship, which I'm told is not great for the health of the T-boned ship. But the Tidebreaker, the ship of Pirate Queen Elismira, has been fully rammed and pierced by the metal hull of what is assumed to be Exo's ship, the same ship that ram-raided Dorlashal not only a few days prior.
Who would have thunk?
Who would have thunk it? And as we turn to this new map, I guess I can describe it from Ghadi's elevator bird's eye view. The ship is relatively sleek and narrow, much like a dagger, like a piercing blade.
Like a blade, would you say?
A raffle blade, maybe?
Oh yes. And the large, sort of like dark sails billowing, seemingly billowing in a wind that is not there for the Tidebreaker. For all it feels as if the very air around you has become stale and stagnant. And Ghadi, in fact, it's difficult for you to flap because, like thermals, like wind, as standard come out, wind dynamics just don't seem to be applying. There's an unnatural stillness across the exposed upper deck of the blade of the wrathful blade. You see a number of Draven marauders, the same kind of raiders that started ransacking Dorlashal in that fateful attack. And you can see them sort of like the ones on the top deck have thrown up grappling hooks, are in the process of climbing onto the ship itself. Ghadi, behind them, you notice, and I can actually show you this now, you notice there is a Draven marauder who wears more kind of flowing robes. He's still in those kind of drab, olive, skin-coloured, kind of tattered clothing. But this individual, there is a sanguine glow that emanates from them as they kind of conjure this blood red magic between their hands behind the mass of the invading marauders. But perhaps more worryingly, more pressingly, whereas the marauders are pulling themselves up on grappling hooks, you notice that leading the charge is an absolute behemoth who appears to have clawed gauntlets adorning their huge meaty fists, and they are quite literally scaling the side of the ship through the use of these claws. And you acknowledge immediately that when this berserker hits the deck, carnage will break loose, judging by their armor made up of wicked and sharp barbed blades. I will also ask for a very quick reaction check from Ghadi. A instinct reaction check. 12. Okay. So you feel like, well, you do get the impression that this berserker probably isn't the mastermind of the assault, but you also get the impression that this mage, this kind of blood mage stood behind the marauders, doesn't really seem to be seems to be in a more commanding position, but doesn't seem to be the commander. So you reckon, you can't see them, however, that there is someone else masterminding this attack. You cannot see the captain of the Wrathful Blade. So with that in mind, I'm going to chuck the 5 of you plus Kygphran plus Grinner plus Elismira into combat. Into the combat tracker. Oh no, you're all there twice.
It's okay. We rolled twice.
Hold. So yes, you can hear like the sounds of the marauders scaling the side of the ship immediately in front of you. But Griffin, Cooper, like with your heads where you've hit the deck from the impact of the wrathful blade, you can hear that there is combat happening below you as well, like below deck. So this is truly a battle on two fronts. Yeah, who wants to go first?
I want to get that big boy.
Want to get the big boy? Okay, go, Abe, go.
Right. So he's there. I know they're sort of T. Are they sort of adjacent, or would Abe have to jump down onto him to try and get his way up?
Well, so let me
Stick.
just. So the Berserker has, for all intents and purposes, got onto the deck of the Tiebreaker, and is being followed by the hot on the heels, being followed by the Raiders.
I would like to smash him, please. Can I never? I always forget to do this. Can I please
Go unstoppable.
Unstoppable.
You can.
Let me put that one in wherever that is. Where is my unstoppable? There. Did that come up? Did that not come up?
It did not come up. Where is? So if we clicky that, we'll do that. There we go.
There we go.
Okay, so you are unstoppable. So you go up to. So bear in mind the unstoppable die isn't implemented, but yeah, you were on 1 unstoppable.
That mean reduce physical damage.
Yeah.
I mean, can't be restrained, can't be vulnerable, and then I add a D4.
No, so you add 1. So it's a D6 that ticks up. So you add 1, and then 2, and then 3 to your damage.
Perfect. Cool. Can I hit this man? And I would like to use one of my new abilities, please. Send to chat. That one come up. No, hates me.
If you click the
I
little
would like
speech
to
bubble, it's on the right hand side.
Why is it not coming up?
Which one is it? Rage up. That one.
Sometimes if you restart Foundry, it will help.
It might, yeah. I think it is going a little bit slow. Perfect. So I would like to mark 1 stress to gain a bonus damage roll equal to twice my strength.
So +8.
So +8.
Okay.
+1. +9. Yeah, let me roll.
Yeah, okay. +8, +1. So you're on +9 at this to start with.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's. And I've got 1 hope. Can I use that as a +2 for pick on someone your own size?
Yes. If you can.
Better be a good one. Oh, can I use my rally die?
You can. 15 with hope. Rally dice.
Is it a D? What is it?
D8.
It's a D8.
D8 now.
Yeah, that will
Okay,
do.
so it's a 20 with hope. 20 with hope is a hit. So mark your hope. And then, so yeah, you've got +8 from Rage Up, +1 from unstoppable, and then your normal mods. So +9, I guess.
+9. So 4d8.
Yeah, +9 situational bonus.
Yeah.
28. That looks total. So 28 damage. Okay, so as you barrel into this metal-clad berserker, as you swing the axe and it bites deep, the berserker roars. Like your axe gets lodged in the armor. The berserker roars, but then Abe, you tell me how you feel when you realize that the berserker isn't roaring in pain, but more in fury and like unfettered rage. As you deal major damage to it.
He gets mad.
Yeah, and like
Mad about
the
it.
berserker's just got this axe like embedded in his rib cage, and he just
A valid response.
Oh yeah, I feel seen.
I'm going to validate that response even more, spend a fear, and I shall immediately okay, yes. It's going to it's got your axe embedded in you, so it swings at your neck with its clawed gauntlets.
Mm-hmm.
Why didn't that roll? For this. A 20 to hit.
I'm unstoppable, so that takes down.
That's a hit, yeah?
What?
No.
Oh,
Well, I
20
haven't
hit.
rolled
Oh,
damage
20
yet.
hits. Yeah, 20.
20 to hit. Okay, so first things first. As the berserker deals you 24 damage, I will first point out that the blades of the gauntlet seem to cut through armor with surprising ease, and its thunder armor ability, when it makes a successful attack, you must mark an armor slot without receiving the benefits. If you can't mark the armor slot, you take an extra damage.
Good, but I don't wear armor.
It cuts through your t-shirt with surprising ease.
Oh, it's my good best.
My neckerchief.
And so you have to mark an armor slot at the very least, or take an extra health. And the display as it flails wildly, like Griffin, like you are watching this from sort of like the deck, and like as you watch as this berserker that's almost as tall as Abe just go wild, and like Abe has to bring your shield up to weather the blows. You can't help but find this somewhat terrifying. And all PCs within far range lose a hope, and that is all of you.
Joke's
What
on
if
you,
I don't
I've
have
got
any
no
hope?
hope.
Yeah.
The joke is well and truly on me. Okay, so that's it for the berserker's turn. Let's go to Griffin.
How these boys on the boat, all this cluster of boys,
All these boys.
pirate raiders, these boys,
A gift.
30 of them.
so they're still on the raffle blade at the moment.
Yes, the raiders are. Well, no, they're halfway up the like they're pulling themselves up, kind of thing.
Okay, no.
They are in the process of boarding.
Okay, and they're sort of in close range with most other people, aren't they?
Yes.
Fireball is not going to happen, unfortunately, legs.
Well, it depends on how close they are to people. Are they close?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's okay. I'm guessing
Borderline
that they're
very close.
but they're very close to each other. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I was also going to ask how close they were to each other, because I can do chain lightning, which does not do friendly fire.
Ooh.
Okay.
I will cast a fireball at the ones closest to me. Then.
Okay. Yes.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh no, lost my character sheet.
So what's the wording of fireball? Just in
So
case you
fireball
singe
is
some eyebrows.
I target them from a far range on a success. All creatures within very close range of them have to then make a reaction roll.
So I will say that very close is going to clip the. It's going to clip the berserkers. It's going to get Abe. It's going to get the crew in front of you. Like we can use the scales are like legit at this point. I mean, you are very close to them.
Oh, what's
I don't
it?
mind taking a burn.
Me and Cass are also there, and we are squished.
You also, yes.
Set me on fire!
You will hit everyone bar Ghadi.
just wanted to say,
Go
crispy
down.
dragon for dinner.
I'm just. Could I do a wall of flame?
A wall of flame is arguably more contained.
To sort of stop them from getting close to us.
Yeah, I mean, you could cast a wall of flame along the side of the ship. You probably wouldn't want to keep it there for a particularly long time because you'd set the Tidebreaker on fire. But you could certainly, like, there's a good 24 raiders like looking to board the ship.
Yeah, let's do that then.
Okay, wall of fire.
I'm going to do it right in the middle of them as well.
Okay, so just like if we do it like along the ship, like so.
Yeah.
So
at least it catches some of them.
Okay. No, that is absolutely fine. Cool.
Go.
So wall of fire right across the side of the ship, and it means that I mean they either drop or they have to climb through it, kind of thing. So
yeah,
I would do that. Okay, so 16 with hope. So you take a hope, and let's say that the raiders are already in it. So I think they're just going to end up taking the damage. Let's choose what side to be on, and everything subsequently passed through the wall. Yeah, so if you roll the 4d10 plus 3.
29.
Oh, 29. Okay. So 29 damage is like, okay, so you hear intense screaming coming from the sides of the ship as both of these hordes of raiders take 2 hit points each, and that fully reduces their numbers by half.
Ooh.
As some of them catch fire and let go. Some of them have their grappling hooks, like the ropes snap due to the fire, and you hear at least one like fall and then boom bounce off the hull of the raffle blade and before splashing into the waters below. But yes, there's still some that have just sort of like pulled themselves through the flame, or the flame appeared kind of behind them. But yeah, you've taken out a good half of the boarders that are clambering up. Very, very good. Did you want to hold initiative or move on?
Move on, yeah.
Okay. Go, Ghadi, go.
Okay. That mage looks like a man with entirely too many eyeballs to me. So I'm going to go and help him out.
Okay.
Right. Happy.
So as you flap on down towards the mage.
Lovely.
16 with hope.
16 with hope is a hit. So mark your hope.
Lovely. Peck. Give me your peepers.
19 damage. Okay, so as you let out your eagle noise as you swoop on down, how you've dealt major damage to this mage. Tell me how you savage him.
I'm just gonna dive onto him, kind of knock him down to the deck, and then just start pecking at his face and torso.
Okay, so as you sort of scrabble at the mage's hood, it's wearing a hood similar to the other Draven Marauders, but you manage to claw clean through the mage's mask, and you feel your talons ripping into fleshy face underneath, as a metal parts way under your claws.
Maybe had peepers in there somewhere.
Very good, very good. I will. I'm going to step in. Ever so cheekily, going to step in, spend a fear, and as this mage is bodied to the floor by you, and sort of brings one face up to sort of cover his face as best he can. His hand scrabbles around and grabs for the rod, the rune covered rod he was holding a moment ago, and he sort of aims it wildly in your direction and rolls a 7 to hit.
It's not going to do it.
Okay. And a beam of dark energy flies up past your feathered head, over your wing, and Ghadi, you feel that. I mean, the blast was definitively arcane in nature. If you want to give me a knowledge check, I think you might be able to guess what sort of magic it was.
Would my ancient wisdom be of any use here?
Quite possibly, yes.
Marvelous. Or maybe not. Oh no, it is.
It's a hella crit.
I'm feeling wise.
You are feeling very wise. As you, this blast of energy rips past your head, and you expect it to be arcane, but you immediately recognize not only is it's not arcane, it is divine in nature. This mage at your feet is perhaps some sort of a divine magic user, but the spell itself is necrotic in nature. There is a withering energy that emanates from the blast that just missed you.
That doesn't seem good.
Does not. Do you want to maintain initiative or pass on?
Oh. Do you guys mind if I maintain for a sec so I don't get savaged
Sure.
by pirates?
Yeah.
Sweet.
So clear a stress as well if you haven't already, because you rolled a crit. So I will say, actually, as you've landed pretty much on the deck of the Wrathful Blade, and you're looking up, you're able to get a vantage down into the lower kind of middle deck of the ship, and you see immediately in front of you, they're slightly darker because they're on a lower level, there are a number of marauders who are curiously perhaps staying back in a more defensive position, because behind them floats, levitates, a frail old figure. It looks like an elderly Laravar in nature, very hunched over, wearing a similar kind of hoods and garbs of the Draven Marauders, but there is something peculiar about the clawed mask, like the mask that looks like a dragon's claw over his face. And you know what? On the back of your knowledge crit, seeing this Gravenseer makes you realize the nature of the spell used against you. It comes from the domain of Ulavari, the slain divine dragon during the war. the gods of life and death. And the claw mask being worn by the presumably the captain of this ship, is one that is worn, like historically has been worn. Like you've heard of battle monks of Ulavari, especially during the war, and you wager that this floating figure with manacled, like shackled wrists and ankles is in fact, well, it was at some point an adherent of Ulavari.
Okay, well, that seems bad.
That's all right.
Sounds like a bad development. Right. I don't think I want to be here, so I'm gonna go.
Nah.
You know what?
I'm going boy
Can I go?
mode. I'm going back to Ghadi.
Okay, back to Ghadi mode.
Straight from that, I'm going into big angry pig bastard mode.
Oh no.
Love that pen.
Evolved for additional strength.
Okay, so you're going for a giga murder pig.
Yes. Can I grab this mage, please? I'd like to try and grapple him with my teeth.
You can with your face. Yeah, right. I reckon it's a strength.
Yes.
Strength sounds appropriate.
So it'll also be an extra +1 for my evolved form. Go.
Do a crunch.
A 16 with fear.
I
you
will use
managed
my
to.
fearless to turn that into a hope as well, please.
Okay, 16 with hope. So, yeah, make sure to take your hope. And yeah, you managed to grab this mage between your gnashers.
Right, I'm off. I'm going to leap off the ship with this boy. Come on, we go for a swim.
That was not the direction I anticipated you going in. Okay.
In the sea with you.
In the sea with you. What are you planning? What are your intentions for this move?
What are you planning to do next? Where?
I think, I'm just going to shake him until he stops. Is really the plan.
Okay, if you want to roll the damage for the sake of it, but between the damage and the waters, I think we're happy to say that this mage is not long for this spell. If it's a particularly gnarly damage roll that you just want to see all the dice fly out, by all means, please roll.
That would please me, yes, thank you. Roll.
I was preparing my bowling skittles sound for. Okay, so we've got a 29 damage. Okay, so you shake this mage so hard that like there is a distinct sound of a net snapping as it clatters against the side of the ship as you go leaping off the side before disappearing into the waters. Yeah, this mage is absolutely cooked. As you take him down, absolutely mullered.
I'm sure he was very frightening when he got to make a move.
He was very, very frightening. Yes.
I'll just doggy paddle here for a bit.
Okay. Okay. So, who wants to go next?
Can Cass?
Yeah.
Have a go with chain lightning.
Oh yes.
Chain lightning these buggers.
So there are about 10 to 12 marauders still sort of like clambering up. They look like they're about to be up there soon. I've also realised. So hang on, we've got Ghadi rolled with hope, and Who else rolled with hope? I think you've all rolled with hope. Okay, yeah. So after you, Cass, the crew have six. The crew will go after you. So.
So, chain lightning is against all targets within close range.
Okay.
And then all targets within close range of them, and then all targets within close range of them, etc., etc., until there are no more adversaries within range.
Okay, so that's going to hit the dozen or so that are climbing up the side and then into the berserker.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Do you? I presume you roll to hit.
So I made a spellcast roll.
Okay, cool.
So mark 2 stress. Mark that stress, and then assessments.
Lovely.
Okay, an 18 with hope is a hit. But me just logging back in. Yeah, roll 4. Okay, so do you just keep on rolling, or does it now just hit all 3?
So it's targets who failed the spellcast roll take 2d8 plus 4 magic damage, and then additional adversaries not already targeted by chain lightning but within close range of previous targets who took damage must also make the reaction roll. And then sort of that continues until nobody's left.
Let's have a little look. Also, if you give your microphone a little wiggle.
Yeah, your mic's
gone a bit Dalek-y on us.
Oh no, it's not. I'm not anywhere. Is this better?
That's better. That's it.
Yeah, that's. I don't know what happened there. You did sound like a Dalek for.
Oh, it happens.
Yeah. we all have our Dalek moments. Okay, so you mark your stress. Targets you succeed against must. Oh, sorry. They make a reaction roll. The targets you succeed against.
So it's whoever gets hit by the first one, who's ever's close to them and hasn't already been hit gets hit, and then whoever's close to them who hasn't been hit. So it continues until it runs out of reaction rolls or.
So
enemies.
An 18 does hit all of them.
Mm-hmm.
So then they all need to make reaction saves. So I'll go ahead and do that. So the ones closest, so the marauders closest to you fail. The marauders slightly further away fail. And I have to roll an 18 to pass this. This is, and then the berserker fails. Okay. So they all take 2. Yeah. So if you roll your 2d8 plus 4, and then that will zips up all of them.
Cool.
Targets who fail.
Your microphone's happening again, by the way.
Yeah, Dalek, mate.
Additional not targeted
Is this
by
fine?
What's the microphone coming out of?
My laptop.
Okay.
The TARDIS. Yeah, no, it's fine. Okay, so 2d8 plus 4. Okay, 13 damage. Okay, so there's already the smell of pork coming up from the side of the ship, thanks to Griffin. And with 13 damage, that is. Have you? What did you roll? A 3 and a 6. I'm just going to very gently suggest that we might consider using. How many hope have you got? I don't know. How many hope have you got? You've got
one single hope.
You've got a singular hope. Okay, so
my
we can't
fresh
use
new
that.
hope.
Do you feel like perhaps maybe wanting to put a domain card into your
is this this thing I've never used?
Channel raw power, or doing anything to add? Well, choose one of the following elements. Or no, tell you what, we can go one better. Elementalist.
I was just looking at that.
if you can describe to me how lightning feeds into your chain lightning, you can do an extra 3 damage.
I feel, Dan, that maybe this lightning spell that I do might incorporate lightning in some capacity. I know it's a stretch.
An interesting proposition, to be sure.
We have to use our imaginations for this one, but I think if we try really hard.
Okay, so are we saying that you're going to spend a hope because your lightning channels into the fact that you cast lightning? Okay, amazing. So actually, you've done 16 damage?
Yeah, I'd say that.
Cool.
Yeah.
That is major, not minor damage. And as you sort of like lead over the side, describe to me what happens when you funnel forked lightning into the surviving raiders and they all cook.
There's just this rain of bodies off the side of the ship.
And they're making really satisfying boom noises off the hull. Okay. You obliterate the remaining raiders climbing up onto the deck of the ship. And the Berserker, so you did 16 damage. Unfortunately, that is minor damage for the Berserker, but the Raiders are no longer an issue. Very well done. Oof. Cool. Would you like to maintain initiative? Or are you happy to
No, I
pass
think
on?
that's good. I'm out of hope.
Okay. Who wants to go? I think Cooper next. He's still on the floor.
I'm good. Yes, I'd like to get up from the floor, please, as everyone is like been doing things. Cooper's just like dazed. Can I just quickly check?
Yes.
Abe, how much stress have you currently got?
Quite a lot.
Would you like me to take some of that stress away?
I would love you to eat that stress away.
Yeah.
Nom.
Cooper, just before you crack on, I've just realised we need to let the crew are gonna swing.
Yeah.
Because throw them back. Yeah. They
throw who back? We've already destroyed everything.
They've either been lightninged off.
So the crew that got squished by the blister shot in front of Griffin, they rush forward and start like jumping on the Berserker and like stabbing and swinging, and then just like holding off one arm. But they managed to hit him, and they deal. Buckle in. Oh, they're actually doing. What is that? 18. Oh, it's minor damage. They're more holding him down, I think. And then the Marauders from behind you will then surge forward, and they're going to swing with their swashbuckling blades, and they miss. So, yeah, the first group kind of jump on the Berserker. The Berserker's kind of got you in an arm. Well, it's got its claws trying to gouge into Abe's neck, and it's like being held up by the shield. The pirate crew have jumped onto the Berserker's left arm and trying to shake them off, and like the other crew have just sort of like pushed in between Abe and Cass, but they just can't get in. They're trying to duck out the way and not get skewered by the flying bladed armor. There's also some fighting happening downstairs. We'll deal with that in a sec. Cooper, back to you.
Hello. So I would like to use my new domain card, Share the Burden. So once per rest, I can take on the stress from a willing creature within melee range. The target describes what intimate knowledge or emotions telepathically leak from their mind in this moment between you. Intimate knowledge. So I'm sensing this might be a something connected to what Kevotha has like caused with Cooper and the weird exo happenings. But Cooper gets up, he wants to help, and I think he sees like the fight happening with the Berserker, so he goes to help, and I think maybe he like touches like Abe's shoulder to be like, I'll help, and there's like connection causes the telepathic connection. So yeah, I guess the question is what leaks from your mind that allows your stress to be relieved.
Oh, what's like? So it's kind of like what?
Because that's how I'm imagining it works. Is that
Stressing them out that you can then
Is
that out of him?
Yeah. So I'm
his throat.
I'm relieving.
Yum,
I'm
yum.
juicing the stress from you. So I feel like I must get something else. Excusing the stress.
Oh, I can't hear anyone.
Oh, sorry. Hello.
Oh,
You're not
there we
hearing
go.
me?
No one's talking.
I'm sorry.
It went delayed for ages. No, it's all right. It went boop. So yeah, I think like you could just feel like there's just this like overwhelming sort of stress of I think Abe's got kind of something to live for now, so he's
yeah.
much more stressed in kind of being like, whereas before he'd kind of throw himself at things, and now he's like, oh, actually there's consequences of if I do something does happen to me. So I think you can kind of feel that like sort of like anxiety.
Okay.
God, I've got responsibilities now.
Got friends and shit. What?
I've got friends. I've got a daughter. Haven't paid off my house yet. Like
that mortgage on that hut. Okay, so in that case, I think as Cooper feels this, as he touches your arm to be like, I'm going to come help, you feel that stress like go away, which surprises even Cooper as he takes it on. So now I've taken on all of your stress. However, so that's 5 stress that you had.
Stress. Yeah.
I now take 5 stress, but now I also take 5 hope. I take the matching amount of stress.
Nice.
Shoot, that's.
I can do it once per rest. I can't do it all the time, but very helpful.
You take on Abe's mortgage woes, but you feel that.
Cooper visibly ages 3 decades in the blink of an eye.
It's just like, oh god, I've got a daughter, I've got a mortgage.
Cooper suddenly looks like Abe, and Abe suddenly looks like Cooper.
If only that's how it actually works.
You watch the eye bags evaporate off Abe's face.
So I just feel so young and sprightly. Okay, so that happens.
Amazing.
And then I'm going to use the opportunity, this newfound hope within me with the stress, but certainly with the hope. I would like to attack the Berserker. I want to go in sneakily and kind of use my dagger.
Well,
if I'm allowed,
Mr. Cooper, may I suggest if we're talking about helping each other out, may I direct you to your best buddy in the world ever,
not
Kygphran.
Oh,
because he
Why?
has an ability called Blackguard training.
Okay, nice.
What
What does that do
reads,
exactly? Does that take my stress away, Dan? Because that would
if you
be great.
perform a tag team action with Kygphran, you can spend a hope to have Kygphran deal critical damage instead of his standard damage. And critical is 3d8 plus 38 damage.
Okay, sure. Okay, I'll do that. I'm convinced.
So you need to spend 3 hope.
Okay.
Spend the 3 hope, and then we'll roll. And then if you wanted to use his Blackguard training, you can spend the 4th hope to have him auto crit. To deal critical damage, I should say. So he's not auto critting; he just does damage if you.
Okay. Cool.
Okay. Yeah. Right. So we'll both roll.
Okay, so we're just rolling our normal weapon stuff.
Yes.
Okay. So, yeah, I'm gonna roll.
I mean, Kygphran's rolled a 23. Keep up.
I mean, yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Kygphran's gonna work quite well.
So, do you want to use the 14 with hope or the 23 flat?
23 flat would be great. Actually.
Cool. In which case, describe to me what happens as you move in towards this, presumably the berserker, right?
Yeah, so like I've reached around to help Abe, and then like I've gone in to like go to stab the berserker because I'm going in sneakily. I'm not like firing my crossbow because I'm close range. And I feel like, because obviously Kygphran can see me but not see me, so he can sense me. And if Cooper's still, as far as Cooper's aware, he's still sigiled up with this widow. So Cooper's going to be like, "Oi, you going to help or what? I thought we had a deal." And yeah, well, how does Kygphran respond to that?
Well, Kygphran turns his head in your direction as you shout this, and it's kind of unnerving to see him sort of pick you out from this loud, raucous, like scenario that you find yourself in, and then as you sort of like barrel in, you've kind of parkoured over the arcane cannon, like slipped past Cass. Where is it on the berserker you're aiming for with your dagger?
I think if you're suggesting I jump from higher, I might try and do your shoulder then.
Okay.
If I've parkoured up, that's more fun.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Perfect. Okay. In which case, as you sort of like 1 foot on the cannon, 1 foot off the side, like the railing of the hull, to sort of like get an aerial attack, while this berserker's kind of got his arms pinned, one by Abe's shield, the other by 6 pirates. As you come in, like you can see out the corner of your eye that Kygphran has broken into a sprint and is sort of like has leapt off the side of the small boats, like the rowing boats that are on the deck, and like he's getting some height, but he's not going to clear a whole deck worth of space between where he is and where the berserker is. Like, so he's not going to get there in time. And then as you come down with your blade and sort of like it slides under the gorget of the berserker, you hear and Kygphran appears in a puff of what looks like shadowy mist, and the umbrella on sort of like opposite you over the berserker's other shoulder, and the umbrella, like there's a shimmer, and you watch as the umbrella, an illusion fades and it turns into a rapier, an ornate masterwork rapier, and he skewers into the berserker's neck on the other side of the gorget simultaneously with you. Please roll damage.
Cool. I will roll damage. Need to remember how to do that. Am I rolling for sneak attack on this one?
I think so. Okay, there are many friends, many friends in melee.
Okay, so roll damage.
And Kygphran rolls. Right, so you've got 15 plus.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm trying to. It's I haven't done sneak attack in a while, so I'm always forgetting how to do it on here now. It's 3d6 plus 3, I think. Now.
3d6. Just 3d6.
Oh, but plus my.
Add a number of d6s equal to your tier.
Okay, so it's just 3d6. Okay, cool. Sorry, my mistake.
So 15 plus
6.
6, so 21 damage plus Kygphran's 46. 21, 6, so 67 points of damage between the two of you. And I can confidently say that is severe damage. Cooper, describe to me what happens as the two of you like jam your blades into either side of the neck, and between them sever the spinal column.
I think Cooper's quite surprised, quite taken aback. Like I don't think he's ever had to kill anyone in this way before. he was expecting to get his like blade in and then like step back because he's not usually this up front. I think like he does stumble back a little bit once he removes the blade and like a bit of surprise. Is that okay? Point taken.
And as the two of you sort of like appear alongside each other, sort of like, well, yeah, as you pull back, the berserker, like the force of the two of you colliding into the berserker kind of rocks him backwards over the side of the Tidebreaker, and he also like rings out as he rolls off the side of the Wrathful Blade's metal hull down below. And Kygphran turns his attention to you with this blood-slicking rapier, and "This isn't over," he says, like he rasps at you. And I think, everyone, apart from Ghadi, saw the blind man teleport. So, with that in mind, who wants to go
Not
next?
so special. I can do that.
Yeah, we see that all the time.
Yeah.
Who?
A regular thing.
Okay, well, it looks very much like upstairs, like the deck that you're on has been cleared, but you can hear that there is still combat happening down below. So Griffin, you're by some stairs. Alternatively, if you want to counterboard, you can leap down from where you are onto the Wrathful Blade, like in the same way to, like, you can see Ghadi, the murder pig, like splashing just off the side of it. But yeah, you can counterboard at this point if you want to.
Can I run past Cooper first?
Yes.
I will run past Cooper first, and go, "Oh, that was brilliant!" And I will give you inspirational words to hopefully just clear a stress.
Oh yes, that's very useful. Thank you.
Where is it? Inspirational word. There we go. Come on.
Thank you very much.
Oh, why are you not doing this? No, send to chat. Thank you. There you go. Clear a stress for you there. Yeah, I will hop onto the boat.
Okay. And did you want to hold on to initiative, or?
I can't see anyone, can I?
Not current. Let's say. Well, you can see Ghadi paddling off. You can hear, like, so immediately behind you, like through the splintered wood, you can like hear that there is a savage-sounding fight happening, like in the bow, in the belly of the Tidebreaker. But yeah, in front of you, you can't quite see who's like further down below.
Okay. I will say then, before I jump down, I'll also cast Paralela on Cooper as well.
Okay. So if you roll that up.
Which one are you on again? You're on this book. There we go. Oh, I need to spend 2 hope, and I've only got 1. Sorry, can't do that. Sorry.
Okay.
Don't worry. Thank you.
Right. Who is that? Griffin's done.
Yeah, that would be Griffin done for now.
Okay, I will spend a fear to I'm gonna spend a fear and lots of very, very sad sounding pirates, as I'm gonna activate the Berserker in the lower deck of the Tidebreaker, and he's gonna do some whoppy boppy stabbing choppy. That is a hit, and he's going to shred 31 points of damage into some of the crew. Which I believe is 31. It's just under. Okay, so yeah, a full 6 pirates are shredded under the attacks of the berserker. Then I will spotlight again. So spend another fear. And the leader of this assault uses an ability, inevitable death, to spotlight a number of allies. And you can hear the sound of the combat beneath surge as the marauders as the marauders kick up a gear. Okay. Cool. Right. Well, you can go there. You can go there. You can go there. You're all on the ship, and then he's gonna swing some more. He misses that time. So the berserker misses a second time. I love just rolling dice against myself. They hit. So that is. How are they looking? They're looking 14. Not great. So more dead. Okay, while I'm doing this, because I'm going to be here a little while, who wants to take the next turn?
Can I see any way back up? So is there a net I can scramble on, or maybe the hole in the ship? Can I get into the lower fight from down here?
There are definitely certainly on the Tidebreaker, less so on the Wrathful Blade because it's like an assault vessel, if you will. But yeah, you could certainly clamber up onto the Tidebreaker and get in through one of the cannon holes, for example.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Okay, so you wanting to paddle in?
Piggy.
Yeah.
Okay, I will ask for an agility check in this moment.
Oh no. Cool. Agility. Where is it? It is. 19 with hope.
19 with hope, absolutely fine. So you gain a hope, and you're able to climb in. And if you want to hold initiative, if you want to hold the spotlight, you can, because you've rolled with hope. But before you do that, just as you arrive, I'm gonna polish off 18. Yeah, one more pirate crew shredded. So as you climb into into the lower deck of the Tidebreaker, you see a quite a chaotic scene. There are a number of Draven marauders intermingled with pirate crew. There are bodies littered everywhere, and at the head of the assault, you see a heavily armored berserker, similar to the one that you saw up on the deck of this ship. It is clear that the pirates are losing this battle against the marauders, but it is your turn still. What do you want to do?
Can I safely skirt round to where the berserker is without being stabbed by 100 pirates?
You can, absolutely.
Lovely. Yeah, I'm going to start mauling.
Okay. Into the berserker specifically?
Let's see. How does this work? Attack the berserker. Ah! Oh, no.
You've got a rally dice.
Yeah,
I've got a rally dice.
You've got the rally dice.
What dice are these days?
D8.
8.
Ooh. Come on, rally dice.
Nice.
Okay, 17 hope.
A 17 with hope. Bear me 2 seconds, just reloading. 17 with hope is a hit, sir.
Lovely. I will spend a hope to make him temporarily vulnerable and gain a +1 bonus to my proficiency for this attack.
Ooh, okay.
To vicious maul him.
So vulnerability means people get advantage on him going forwards.
Lovely. Here I go, mauling. 27 damages, please.
27 damages. 27 of your finest damages is major damage. That is 2 hit points as you barrel into the berserker and maul savagely. Marvelous. Did you want to keep going, Ghadi, or pass over the spotlight?
No, I'm good. I'll pass it over for now.
Okay.
Do some more boys.
I will spend a hope. Spend a fear, and as you begin mauling this berserker, and sort of like your teeth are kind of piercing through his like cobbled together metal armor, you watch as a miasmic shroud falls over the berserker as another blood mage shrouds the berserker in this protective field. So spends a stress to give the berserker resistance to all damage.
Oh, he's asking to go for a swim.
Yeah. Put him in the sea.
I think he really wants it.
But yeah, so this mage like funnels energies into the berserker. We're thinking the medic from Team Fortress 2 styly, and the berserker is kind of wreathed in this crimson glow as the mage protects them. That's me done. Who wants to go next?
How does one get downstairs?
One gets downstairs via there are stairs immediately below.
They were underneath the pirates.
Would you like to go downstairs?
I would like to go downstairs.
You would like to go downstairs. Would everyone else like to go downstairs?
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah,
If everyone could, apart from Griffin, because you've left off the deck.
Oh yeah.
So
you
Cass,
did,
Cooper, and Abe. If you roll me agility rolls, that'll tell me how well you've made it downstairs. Yeah. the risk of slipping down the stairs is a thing.
Straight into the pirates.
Oh, sorry. I'm supposed to do reactions rolls, no.
That's right. No. These are full-blown rolls.
Oh,
Okay.
that means I have to do mine again. That's fine. Not. Yeah.
Oh.
Just as
Are
great.
you close enough to be intimidated by Abe Grinner for this, or?
At this point, not quite.
I'll take him with me.
So Cooper,
Strap him on your back.
Cooper,
damn.
you have successfully made it down okay. When I say you made it down okay, like you've made it down and like you're already kind of in the action. But Cass and Abe, you are like off. You're on your back foot as you arrive in this theatre of carnage. I will activate the berserker emboldened is going to I'm going to activate the berserker. It lashes out into Ghadi. Does an 8 hit?
It doesn't.
It does not. Okay. In which case, yeah, the berserker's swings wildly at you, but you manage to duck out the way. We pass back to players. Who wants to? Well, what's Griffin doing?
What am I doing?
What are you doing, Griffin? You're with Kygphran.
I am with Kygphran, with my new best friend now.
Kygphran's just jumped down. We'll also have Grinner start to run down to the bottom deck. It's going to take him a little while to get there, though.
Me and Kygphran are going to run up this boat. We're going to see if there's anything more happening.
Okay. In which case, as you move up the ship, I'll move Kygphran. When you get to the far end, you can see down onto the lower deck. You notice that there are a number of pirate raiders that are staying behind as like a rear guard, seemingly protecting this floating, robed, spear-holding figure. If you want to give me a knowledge roll, we'll see if you recognise his importance.
Give it a go. Would my lawborn community thing give me advantage on it?
Yeah,
maybe?
absolutely. Yeah. 26 of fear. Well, it's just 26 could be a reaction check. So yeah, you absolutely recognise again the mask is that of an adherent of Ulavari. But in inverted commas, Ulavari is one of the good guys, ? Well, he is one of the good guys. Two of the good guys, really, because Ulavari is a twin god. So to see a fallen cleric, a fallen priest of Ulavari on this ship that belongs to Exo is curious. But yeah, you know, based off the regalia, unless this Gravenseer has changed their ways, you can expect necromancy and healing.
Healing, that's
literally
nice.
life and death.
Oh, that's nice. Gotta do a fireball.
Okay.
It's nice to burn it.
Everyone else is not
burn
here. I can burn them now.
Come on, character sheet. You know you want to come up. There we go. Sorry, just having a think. Could I spend my hope to use my knowledge of arcane magic to bump it up a bit?
You can.
Cool.
Okay, so on success.
I can use my rally dice.
Okay, 14 with fear, or
Nice.
21 with fear. Okay, 21 with fear hits everyone.
Yes. So all of your boys have to do a reaction roll.
Reaction 13. Okay, so the Marauders will collectively all dive into the fireball, and the Gravenseer. Oh, you know what? I'm going to spend a fear. I'm going to use an experience of my own.
Ooh.
To. Oh wait, hang on. I'll do it like that. Do I do it like that? No, I'll do it like that. Well, I've rolled a 7 regardless, so perhaps this is the death that the Gravenseer has foreseen for themselves. So they will take 33 points of damage. Okay, that is severe damage for the Marauders. So a good 9 of them are incinerated by your blast. And the Gravenseer, 33, was it?
Mm-hmm.
That is major damage to the Gravenseer as the fireball rips through their number. Cool. I will update that in a sec because it's not working. Cool. Very good, Griffin. Anything else?
No. Oh, good. Thank you.
Okay. Shall we pass to Abe, Cass, or Cooper? Let's pass to Cooper actually, because you made it down the stairs.
Oh yeah, he is.
Quickly.
I did make it down the stairs before everybody else, technically.
We're still bumbling along.
We're still rolling down.
Yep.
How savaged does so we've got the mage, right? And we've got the berserker as like the biggest threats in the room.
Yes, it seems so.
Can I crossbow the mage, please?
You can.
Cool. I'd like to do that very much. And I've got 2 hope. Do I spend any of my hope? Do I save it? I think I may. I'm gonna do excellent aim. I'll spend a hope on excellent aim, and we'll see if that hits. Does a 19 with hope hit, Dan?
It does hit a 19.
Yay! Technically, I mean, in the rabble, am I cloaked or am I not cloaked? There's a lot going on.
There's a lot going on. I would say you are, yes.
I could argue usually no, but if there's a lot of people running around,
there's just a lot of people fighting around you. So
cool. So I roll my normal roll. It's 12 points damage plus 3d6.
Oh, that's a spicy roll. 27 points of damage into the mage. 27 is major damage, and the mage like staggers back a few steps as your bolt like thuds into them. So two damage there.
I have a question.
Yes,
Daniel. So I have. I'm sorry. So I have a new domain card which is never upstaged. So when I mark 1 or more hit points from an attack, I can mark a stress, place a number of tokens equal to the number of hit points you marked on this card. On my next successful attack, I can add a 5+ bonus to your damage roll for each token on this card. So basically, depending on how many hit points you've removed from Meiji, I get to put that down on my as 3. Like for example, if you took 3 hit points, I can. I believe that's how it works.
I understand that when you
take
take damage.
Yeah. So if you get hit,
when you
you're not on stage.
But it says when you mark 1 or more hit points from an attack. Oh, from me. Okay, I'm fine. Okay, cool. Just checking that. That's fine. Yay!
Yeah. So when
if I get hurt really badly, that's when I go. Wait, no.
Yeah.
When you get your cheeks clapped, you clap cheeks even harder. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Counter clap it.
Check it. Nice.
Okay, very good.
Cool. Right, all good then.
Well, you could. Do you want to hold on? Do you want to keep going, or do you want to pass on?
I mean, I could. I rolled with hope. I could fight him again.
Yeah, hit him.
Yeah. And I know I gained a hope, but I'll probably just spend the same hope again and do exactly the same thing.
Sure. So there's 1 bolt sticking out the left pec, and then
I shoot the other pec with a 20 with hope. Oh, that's
you do shoot the other pec with a 20 with hope.
Roll damage, and again it's I can have 3d6 in here. 3d. I think I can do that. No, I can't do that. Let's roll 3d6.
So 12 plus 20 is major damage. So Cooper, as you come down, you don't need no paralela. You don't need no Griffin.
No, I do. That's me.
Just in like fluid motion, you come down the stairs, you fire a bolt, and then before the bolts even clear the end of the crossbow, you're already racking the next bolt, and like in a matter of moments, this mage takes two bolts to the chest, rocks one way, rocks the other, looks down, sort of like grabs the bolts in an attempt to pull them out, and then just tips backwards, lungs punctured.
It feels very Legolas.
Nice.
But
I was going to say, you starting on a shield.
Yeah.
And as
Grax wasn't even there to see it.
Yes, she was. She's right behind me.
He's too busy going arse over tit down the stairs.
As this mage kind of tips backwards and the collapses, the last ragged breath escaping their lungs, the crimson beam that's sort of like projecting towards the berserker dissipates, removing its resistance to damage. The berserker is now as vulnerable as it will ever be. Very good. Would you like to? Do you want to roll? Do you want to keep going? Or
No. Let's pass it on. I'm not.
Okay. we can pass on to Abe and Cass.
Yeah, I mean,
I think
I'm more than happy to hit a berserker
Okay.
in
So
the face.
Abe, you push Cooper out of the way to show people how it's done.
That's nice, dear, but
I'll let the grown-ups play.
big boy
Good
on
attempt.
boy action. Yeah, it's what the people want to see.
So,
Big boy action.
On his ass under this dripping pig beast.
yeah, there is. You are causing a quite a sandwich here between you, the berserker, and Ghadi in his
He wouldn't want it any other way, would he?
murder pig form. Yes.
I mean, two big boys and a big boy in between. Right.
So, what do you?
Roll it. I'm going to roll. I'm gonna attack him. I've got 2 stress and 16 damage.
Oh, say that all again. You're a bit far from the mic.
Oh, sorry. I'm going to attack with
Yep.
reliable, but I'm going to add 2 stress.
Okay.
Add
8.
16. 8 twice.
16. Yes. Okay. 16 damage. Okay.
And I will use my last hope up for size again. That's
Oh,
a
nice.
crit.
Oh.
So
Okay.
damage
Okay.
plus 32 plus 18
Plus 32.
for my crit.
Yes.
Plus
Yes.
18
Yes. What is this?
plus a brutal dice.
Plus some brutal.
72.
72 damage.
I think that's that
Holy-
looking at Cooper the whole time.
Okay. So what does this crit look like? As you come barreling in.
This must be this like really happy.
Because Abe hasn't got any more
adult thing.
stress anymore.
Yeah, he's
It's like all his stress.
He's never felt
This is a new man.
crazy.
New man.
I like to think he's just running in like I think he's just taking inspiration from this big war pig, and he's running in like a bull. Just absolutely, there's raiders, marauders, pirates, crew members, everyone just getting flung all over the place as he just rams himself straight in,
Okay.
and then just down onto this berserker.
So you swing your axe in a vicious arc over your head, and your aim is true, and you watch as your axe like cleaves through the horned helm of the berserker, and you feel it impact into like skull, and you lodging the axe and then pulling it free is enough force that it wrenches the helmet almost pretty much in two, and the helmet falls away from the berserker's head, and you are presented with this this face of horror. The skin looks sallow and sallow and dead and dry. It looks as if his skin has been pulled back across his features in a taut grimace of death. He has no lips, he just has exposed muscle around sharpened fangs, and there is a glassy look in the berserker's eyes. His eyes, like eye sockets, surrounded by what appear to be like scar-carved tattoos, now mingling with the torrent of blood that's seeping across his face from your axe wound. And as you pull your axe away from this clearly killing blow, the berserker turns to look to you with its exposed teeth. Yeah, that is major. That is severe damage. And he's still up.
Still going.
Oh
Still-
my God, there's zombies.
Still going. Yes, this berserker looks saucy. You can gain a hope and clear a stress. I will spend another fear to activate the Gravenseer, who will once again well, actually, there's a countdown that begins, which is a D6, so I'm going to count that. Activates countdown when it triggers a move, Gravenseer in a straight. Oh, okay, fine. So, the Gravenseer is joining the fight with an approach of death countdown, but it's then also going to channel some inevitable death to activate 3 allies. So these 3 allies will so the defenders, the ones that are left post fireball, surge forward and up the stairs they come to join Griffin and Kygphran. And Griffin, they're going to leap towards you and swing with their reaping weapons. Does a 12 hit?
No.
Oh, okay. So they you manage to sort of like duck and dive and parry their blows, but yeah, they are kind of tangling with you. So that's one of the activations. Separately, then I will activate the Berserker. Will I activate Berserker? I will activate one of the pirate raiders to surge forward to get Cooper.
I would mention that if you activate the Berserker, you could get him up to cancel out the vulnerability.
Oh, he doesn't care about that. He's fine.
Legend. Absolute legend.
21 to hit against Cooper.
Oh god. Yeah, that hits.
That's a hit. That is there's not as many marauders, but that is still 15 damage to Cooper.
Ooh, okay, 15 damage to me. That's minor damage, so I take no damage.
1 damage. If you
One
spend
damage, okay.
if you spend armor, it will drop it down to 0.
Yeah, let's go. Let's do 1 armor slot. Let's go.
Okay, so you do not mark any damage, so I will instead the large group of pirate raiders next to Ghadi are going to swing into Ghadi. Oh, that's a 5 to hit. I assume that's not going to hit.
It isn't.
Okay. And that is me done. So who wants to step in next?
Cass?
Go, Cass, go.
Go, Cass, go.
She is going to mark 2 more stress.
Okay.
And she's going to do another chain lightning.
Oh no.
In this little room that they have
In
entered.
this little room, this highly packed little room with lots of people wearing metal armor. Yes, go on, go for it.
Just remind myself. So yeah, it's just a normal. Yep.
So yeah, roll. So it's roll a spellcast, and then have you got any hope? You've got no hope. Okay.
Oh, no hope. No, at all.
Okay. Raw dog the roll.
Just trying to remember. I should remember this. Oh, it is. Okay, no, I checked. I was correct.
You're Dalekking a little bit as well, by the way.
Oh, is this okay? Is this better?
No.
Nope.
No.
I think it might be the connection. Would be my guess.
Well, 23 with fear is... Oh, that's better. 23 with fear is a hit, so I mark up a fear, but that is a hit, so then what do we do for chain?
So it's, you won't get hit. whoever's near them also gets hit. If anyone near them also gets hit, it's chained until there's no one left.
Okay, yes.
Until there's no one left in the world.
Out of curiosity. Okay, no. Doesn't reach the Gravenseer. But it will hit every single
Enemy in this
baddie
room.
in this room. So, right, we're going to zoom in so I can figure this out. So I can roll this over. Right,
Sorry, it's probably not good with tiny groups of lots of enemies.
Oh, no,
it's more for like...
This is what we're here for. This is what we are here for. Right, so the 6 marauders immediately in front of you. None of them can pass, I don't think, because you've rolled a 23, right?
Yeah.
So these are raw dog in the 20s. So all of the Reavers get zapped. The Berserker rolls a 4. Okay. Yeah. Okay. You've got every single one of them. So roll damage.
Just marking my stress. 2d plus 4. 2d8. I don't think.
Nine. Okay.
9.
So
Great. But...
your lightning arcs through and so they were on 2. So okay, so the marauders in front of you zap, 3 go down. The ones immediately behind them zap, 3 more go down. The 12 next to Ghadi zap, 3 go down, and the ones surrounding Abe, they are at half strength, so zap, 3 more go down. So, and then the Berserker, that's minor damage for him, so he takes a hit point as well. Okay, so the Berserker, like they're all the Marauders are all just as the lightning arcs between them, and yeah, a good like 12 hit the deck as their little eyeballs burst inside their helmets. Do you want to keep going, Cass?
No, I think that's good. I'm so low. I've all the stress, no hope.
Sure.
Just to pause, we've just had a moment of like, Cooper thought he did really well killing the mage. Like, Abe has come in and gone, I've got this, and just battered the Berserker. And then Cass is like, hold my beer, sends 12 people zapped to the ground. Beautiful.
Oinks.
Amazing. Okay, who wants to go next?
Can I stamp on this berserker's face, please?
You can. You can but try, sir.
Thank you.
Oh, that's a spicy dicey.
22 with fear.
22 with fear. That is a hit.
Stompy. 24.
24 is exactly major damage. That is 2 damage, and as this berserker is convulsing from the lightning arcing between it, talk me through what gets stomped.
I just rear up to my full height on my back legs, and where his helmet's been taken off by Abe, I just bring my front hooves down on the remainders of his head. And
it breaks like a rotten egg. And it smells like one as well. The berserker is slain. Very good. Ghadi, you have rolled with fear. So, well, first things first, I will say that I have just not been keeping up to date with the pirate crew attacking. And I think, so realistically, let's bump off, because these raiders have got 1 hit point each, 1 hit point left. They've got 1 hit. So all of the ones that got zapped by Cass then get swarmed by the remaining pirates, Ellesmere's pirates. And so there's just like a couple of raiders left, so they're now down to half strength. Bosun, like Grinner, like steps in, amidst his pirates and looks to the four of you, and we've got this. He sort of like growls as he turns his he sort of like points you in the direction of the enemy ship. And up on, like, meanwhile, the Gravenseer, having distracted Griffin with some raiders, is going to spend a fear. And Griffin, you feel a chill run down your spine.
Does this guy have any abilities that don't have death in them?
Yeah.
I'm very afraid.
I'm sensing a theme.
Yeah, you feel this sort of like this cold gaze of death like fall upon you, and the Gravenseer begins to float up towards you. And whilst you're distracted, so his approach of death ticks down to 4. He's going to roll a 7 to hit, Griffin.
No.
Okay, so this blast of necrotic energy flies in your direction, and it's shaped like twin screaming skulls, and you manage to duck out the way of it, and the Gravenseer like curses under his breath. Who wants to? What's Griffin do?
I would like to play an epic song, please, to this boy, to make him temporarily vulnerable.
Okay, so the Gravenseer is now vulnerable. Okay.
Let me see, where is it go? Gifted performer. Epic song. Epic.
It's just like, oh my god, this is my jam.
Just an, oh yeah. And while he's temporarily vulnerable, what can I do? Not a lot. Guess I can just smack him. I'm gonna smack him with my cutlass.
Just smack him.
Okay, you notice there is this sort of like deathly miasma that's kind of building around the Gravenseer. So the countdown is down to 4.
Okay. Where you can tell that I don't fight with weapons. It's like, where is it? There it is. Bum ba bum ba bum. Can Kygphran do anything, or is he just hanging out?
So if you should be able to open up Kygphran's character sheet by double clicking him, and he's got a number of abilities. So he's got his tag team bonanza. It's like super crit. If an enemy is made vulnerable, Kygphran immediately takes a spotlight to attack that target.
Yeah, do it.
Do it.
So Kygphran uses his won't see it coming ability, and Griffin, like, as you sort of like duck out the way of this blast and then play your song to distract the Gravenseer, from behind you hear a and then a moment later, a second, as Kygphran like materializes in a puff of like black wispy smoke over the Gravenseer and comes down with his rapier. 13, but the Gravenseer sees it and parries Kygphran's blow, and Kygphran just sort of like hovers in midair for a second before disappearing, like teleporting a second time and reappearing by your side.
Bloody useless.
Oh, did Kiggles have his advantage there as well?
For vulnerability.
No.
Still a miss. 16. Still a miss.
Heck.
Can Kygphran have a rally dice as well?
Is Kygphran an ally?
Well, he is helping us.
At the moment, he's an ally. In the future, he may not be an ally, but right now.
Okay, so actually then it's a 20 to hit if he uses the rally dice of a +4.
He really
so
liked my song earlier.
that is a hit, and Kygphran deals 17 damage to the Gravenseer, which is minor damage. So the Gravenseer, as he gets nicked by the rapier before Kygphran teleports away. And yeah, reappears next to you.
Cool. I will then also do an attack with my cutlass then.
Okay.
On him. $21 with hope. It's nice.
21 with hope is a hit.
All that damage. 16.
16 is minor damage, so that's another point. As you nick at the Gravenseer on his other side. Very, very good. So that was Griffin's turn. Do you want to keep going with this little duel or pass on?
Well, I'll give him another twat then, as
okay.
I can.
Be rude not to. Why are you here?
Come all this way, you know.
It's a crit.
Oh, it's a crit! Oh, it's a crit!
Those lessons that Cooper have been giving you have finally paid off.
They have indeed.
Get him!
38.
Nice.
38.
That's good.
Okay, so knocked off balance by your and Kygphran's initial attacks. As you surge in, where do you strike him critically?
Right in the neck.
Okay, and you cut across his neck. He manages to move slightly out of the way, but it's still a deep cut. 38 damage is major damage. He takes 2 more.
God, what's he made of?
And as the Gravenseer sort of floats backwards, I will go ahead. So take your hope and clear your stress. I will spend the fear. The approach of death ticks down to 3, and he looks to you and clutching his neck. You're too late. He sort of rasps with this smile that creeps out either side of the central prong of the clawed mask, as he flies a blast in your direction. 11 to hit.
No.
Okay, so you manage to duck out the way of that, as he sort of floats away slightly. Our Lord has already ascended. Who wants to go next?
Are we? I just ran downstairs. Oh.
Someone upstairs.
Must go way up through their ship as well.
So you can see that there is an open door a bit further down on their ship. If you want to, so agility rolls if you want to get there in one turn, fundamentally.
Yeah, let's go.
Well, who's doing the runs first? Because I'll do this in order. So Cooper rolls
crit.
Yeah.
Cooper rolls a crit. So you fly through into the kind of main deck area, and you can see that. Well, you can hear that immediately, sort of above you and behind you, there is some sort of battle going on. So you gain a hope, clear stress.
Yeah.
Do you want to maintain spotlight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that. I'll help out. When the battle's going on, I'll come out to help Griffin and Kygphran.
Okay. So the stairs are just to your side here.
I think I can see them.
So if I teleport you up.
Yes, please. Thank you.
So you
nice.
you effectively barrel into the back of this floating priest.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah. He'll see like the chaos going on. He'd like to shoot his crossbow at the Graveseeker.
Okay. Point blank crossbow to the gut.
Yeah, let's go. And I'd like to add excellent aim, please.
Okay.
And advantage if he's still vulnerable, I believe.
And advantage
And it's
because he's
crit.
still vulnerable.
Not that you need it.
Oh, it's another crit.
Ridiculous roll.
You lot have had enough.
I'm so happy right now. I was just saying, I don't think I've ever quit, and I just quit twice in a row. Right, roll damage then. I don't think that's a sneak attack. I will.
You
allow that.
You have allies in melee.
Oh yeah, okay. Sneak damage it is.
Griffin waves at you. Thank you.
And then my sneak attack on top.
So, the damage is already souped up. So 36. You need to roll me another. Oh no! So it's 36 plus 13.
18.
So that's 49 plus 18. 49. Let's say 18, 49, 59, 69, 67. 67 points of damage.
Not quite as good as Abe's.
No, it's fair. Cooper knows where he stands. He's not usually the crit guy.
Okay, so in which case, as Griffin and the Gravenseer are like embroiled in this sort of like duel, Cooper, as you like just in a blink of an eye, you sprint through Exo's ship. You like as you emerge out onto the deck, like you just naturally know that there's fighting happening above, so you manage to skid, turn on the spot, and sort of like up the stairs. And as you sort of like approach from this Gravenseer from behind, and the Gravenseer turns to look at you, and then he says, as you have your crossbow in the Gravenseer's gut. Talk me through how this happens.
Hiya. It's like I feel like I think obviously having heard the battle from above, he can see that it's just Griffin on his own up here, so he's concerned. So he comes up, bolt in the gut, just literally just fires right into this gut at close range.
Okay. In which case, Griffin, you watch as the Gravenseer's cloak billows out. There's a moment of stillness, and then you hear a mechanical click, and you watch as the cloak billows out as this bolt pierces clean through the frail, elderly Lorivar's torso and bursts out of his back to then fly and embed into the side of the Tidebreaker behind you. And the Gravenseer stops, and the miasmic power surging around him just drops away. And he's still for a moment, and then slowly lowers down until his feet touch the deck. And as he looks up, I always knew it would be you, he says, as he teeters backwards and collapses to the deck of the ship. And with that, Exo's crew are routed, and the wrathful blade is yours. Congratulations, everyone, on completing episode 16.
Hooray.
Well,
You have only done it, so congratulations. We'll leave the combat music on, but a little bit quieter. So, yes, you have successfully scuttled the enemy ship. The ship is yours. There is a large hole in the Tidebreaker, but we will figure that out in
We've got a new ship now. Don't matter.
in the next
New
episode.
ship.
Yes, exactly. So, yes, if you tell you what, I'll because we've gone on a little bit later than usual. Actually, I won't have the music on. I'll just go straight to the outro music. So, speed run. If you've enjoyed this, make sure to hit the like button. If you're watching us on YouTube, consider subscribing to us if you haven't already. If you're watching us over on Twitch, consider following us if you haven't already. And if you want to see more of our stuff, you should consider joining our Discord, which is free to join. Links are in the description. You can also become a member on YouTube or a patron on Patreon. It's very cheap per month, but it gives you extra access and sort of brings you into our inner circle of friends and accomplices. We will be back next week for episode 17 of 20. That will also be, I'll do a real quick shout out because on the 16th, so a week on Thursday, three of us, well, some of us on this screen will be doing a Homewood Foundation one shot. There's going to be information on that coming soon. I think that's pretty much it. Thank you all for watching. Thank you all for playing. See you in a bit.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.